What happened?
No, I like how that's set up, man.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, a lot of technical difficulties. YouTube, Glow Gang, MFFLs. Glad to welcome y'all, man. We definitely apologize. We're working with a new stream here, y'all. We're still trying to work the bugs out, still trying to get used to it, but we're glad you're here. Welcome to a brand spanking new edition of We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Mavs production. We back, King. We back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's been a while, man. But we definitely are back, man. We definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us on the early one. We are here for you guys today talking about the Mavs' next move. So the way this is gonna work, guys, uh, probably until the season starts, we're gonna do at least two videos a week now for you guys. We'll be doing them on Tuesdays and on Fridays. It's gonna be Tuesday evenings, Friday mornings for you guys. So just kind of giving you a heads up, let you know what the schedule gonna be looking like from now on. For today, we're gonna talk about a lot of things. We're gonna do a lot of questions and comments for you guys, but we're gonna talk about a lot of things throughout the summer. As y'all guys know, free agency, draft. Yeah, we talking about summer league. We can talk about some of the trades and stuff like that that Dallas is rumored to be involved in, all that kind of good stuff, guys. So we're gonna talk about all that on this show to leading into next season. But with all that being said, guys, it is your boy Real, as y'all can see at the top of the screen. It is your boy Real, and joining me is the man that put all this together. He's the star of the show, y'all. He's the guy. Yeah, my boy King. What up, King?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. I'm ready to talk about this offseason stuff. Sucks that the
Oh yeah,
season is over, but let's do it.
man. You know what? And it's funny because we always talk. We were kind of upset the season ended, of course, but it's like to me, man, the off season is probably one of the most fun times of the season, man. For some
True.
reason, because we get to see how this team is formed. We get to see the moves.
Hmm.
The draft, of course, because that's coming up here at I believe the end of the month. So I'm definitely ready for the draft. We're gonna get into some draft prospects coming up here pretty soon too, guys. Just to let y'all know, because Dallas has the 26th pick,
Yeah.
so we kind of know now where they're picking at and what to look at around that range. So we're gonna get into all that. King, you ready to get into this video today, man?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, man. Check this out. So in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, we will be talking about the rumors, the free agencies, and what our thoughts is of Dallas moving forward. Let's go ahead and show the people this here real quick, King. So these are the hold on, let me trying to get this nah, it's not showing all of them. But here's what Dallas is working with as far as money wise with the cap. Just kind of give everybody an idea here of what it's looking like. You can't see the bottom, but we can definitely read it off to you guys. Frank Ntilikina is making 2 million. Marquise Chris is making 2.2 million. Josh Green making 3.1. Boban making 3.5. Sterling Brown making 3.0. And of course, um, Theo Pinson is making 1.6, which is a qualifying offer. So kind of give you guys an idea of what we're working with here. As y'all see up top, Jalen Brunson is a free agent. Luca making the most at his contract kicks in this upcoming season at 36.6. Spencer Dinwiddie and Tim Hardaway make up the rear at 18 and 19.6 respectively. But for Tim, that's 19.6 this year. His contract is a descending order. So I believe it drops down to like 18 or 17 next season. So he's going to be making probably right around what Spencer Dinwiddie and Bertans are going to be making next year. So, and then of course, I know Dodo is making. He just got that contract extension, so I thought it was 15 for him, but it says right here it's 12.4. So
It must be ascending, the same way Tim Hardaway's is descending.
maybe it's what it is. I thought it was 15 a year, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll take 12. That'll help us with a cap. Um, let's get into it, King. Looking at this, man, who do you think will be gone next year? Like you can say, like, yo, this person is not gonna be here this upcoming season?
Uh, what's wild. I don't really know because of the Mavericks track record. So it's a lot of guys I can talk on here and say I think that should be gone, but I don't know if they're actually going to be gone. I think we talked about before the show. We talked about Trey Burke having that 3.3 million player option. I don't know why they gave him a player option. That was wild. It should have definitely been a team option. But
I don't know why I thought it was a team option, bro. I really do.
I don't think Trey Burke's going to get a lot of time next year either way. I really think Goran Dragic is still coming to the team. But I don't think Trey Burke's going to get a lot of run next year. So with that being said, I don't know if he's going to be able to showcase himself to get a better contract, if that makes sense. So he
Right.
may actually opt out to try to go somewhere else to get a little bit of time. Um, Dwight Powell is an expiring contract. I think he's gone. He's the one that's I think Dwight Powell is gone this year, finally. If he's not gone, I don't I guess that changes everything. Um, if we could get rid of Bertans, that would be big. I don't know if we can because his contract is so much. We had to find somebody desperate for a shooter, a big shooter. We may be able to find that. Um, they're saying they're going to keep Boban. I don't understand that, but I guess because he's friends with Luca. But you already got a Theo Pinson who's making money for no reason. So I don't know why you're spending money on Boban. Like it's ridiculous to look at that last like line and to see how many players don't regularly, play or like affect the team, but making money. And it's just wow. Like Marquise Chris is making more than Frank Ntilikina. And why? Why did they do that? But yeah, man. The Jalen Brunson story with his dad being hired by the Knicks. I don't like that if he does end up going to the Knicks. I don't like that Rick Brunson is kind of having him go in his kind of shadow. I don't like when parents do that. I think let JB decide his own moves. Like you
Right.
shouldn't have him going there because you went there, because that may not be the best move for him. But it seems like that's the direction that maybe steering towards. So maybe a Mitchell Robinson, like we said. I hear people talking about Julius Randle. I do not want Julius Randle. I don't know why people want Julius Randle. I do not want him at all. His skill set does not fit this team. His skill set isn't even that great of a skill set for the money he's making. I don't
Just a skill
believe
set, King.
his skill set, his mind, it's just everything in general, man. I just don't. I'm not a Julius Randle guy at all. The way he turned on the New York fans
Yeah.
after being suspect this year after having an All-Star year. Like I don't, I don't know. But there's a lot of money tied up in this team, man, in places where Nigo's going to have to make some major moves. Um, he, yeah, man, it's hard. I would hate to be Nico's spot right now because this is some major stuff you have to move around. Like Tim Hardaway Jr. didn't even play this year, basically, other than the beginning. He's making you said 19.6, going on to 18 this year. So we got to try to get rid of some guys. Jalen Brunson's the key, really, of being a free agent. I know we don't want to lose him, but it seems like the only way to get rid of some of this money is to sign and trade him. Um, yeah, but other than that, man, I don't know. I'm down to hear your opinion on what you think the team's going to do, but it's going to be hard.
What I think they're gonna do and what I think they should do is pretty much two different things.
Okay.
What I think they should do, I agree with you. Why why are we signing back a guy who does not play? That makes no sense to me. You're wasting a roster spot and you're wasting cap space by signing this guy back, and he doesn't play.
Yeah.
He does not fit in Jason Kidd's system. We hear them talking about, I think it was Nico and Mark Cuban both on separate occasions, talking about, looking for Jason Kidd guys, guys that fit in his system pretty much. If this guy does not fit in his system and doesn't get any playing time, then why are you signing him? And remember, we talked about this before. You signing him, but you traded Moses Brown,
Yeah.
who actually was in the rotation. That makes no sense to me. And what are we hurting at this year? We're hurting at the big position. You traded a big that was playing for a guy on the team right now that does not play. That makes no sense to me why you're signing him back. Um, I think we're to the point now. I know people are saying like, oh, he's Luca's guy or whatever. I think we're to the point now, King. Is like, look, do you want to sign a bunch of Luca's guys or do you want to win?
Yeah.
Is Boban helping you win?
Not at all.
Okay, then. So why are we signing him back? You know what I mean? So that doesn't make any sense to me. And so I'm not down with that one. I think they should let him go, but from all accounts and news we're getting, they're going to sign him and Theo Pinson back. We know why they're signing Theo Pinson back. It's not because of his skill. It's because the intangibles that he brings to the team as far as being a locker room guy. That's why they're signing him back. I feel like they should, if they're gonna sign him back, you sign him back to the bare minimum. I'm sorry, like you're not playing. I'm to the point now, man. I think we talked about this during the season or even during the playoffs. The way a team like Golden State or a team like Boston right now, who are in the finals, are constructed, there's not a lot of guys on that team that's, I hate to use the word, useless. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like these guys, there's a lot of people on those teams that can play. We talked about how Steve Kerr has people in the rotations of guys you were like, oh dang, he's in the rotation. He
Hmm.
plays at least like 10 people or maybe sometimes 11 guys off his bench. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm just like, yo, I want to get to that point where, like we saw in the playoffs, where Steph Curry does not have to go out there and score 30 points. He can get you 15, and y'all still win. Jason Tatum scored like 12 points last night, and they still won. That's not saying I want Luka to go out there and score 12, but it's nice to have that insurance that if Luka does go out there and kind of like or should I say not he go out there and do that? 'Cause I don't think Luka's gonna do that, but you don't have to have him score 30 points every night for us to win the game. Like he could sprinkle in like a little 24, 25, and we still win the game. That'd be nice. And
Yeah.
you can't do that if, like you just said, that not the whole bottom row, but pretty much the bottom row is just useless. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part. You got the whole bottom row pretty much, and then like like half of the second row.
Yeah.
That tells you something right there. That means you had no depth. That means
Yeah.
you have a lot of people on the team that can't contribute. So why are you signing some of these people back? I mean, it's cool to have locker room guy, but you can get a locker room guy that's also contributing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, no, I definitely agree with you on that. Um, I'm with you. I don't know why I thought Trey Burke had a team. I mean, a player option. I thought he had a team option. But you were saying you think he's gonna opt out and go somewhere else. Let me ask you a question. You think he's gonna get 3.3 anywhere else?
Maybe not, but he maybe to get a longer contract.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Probably like a 3 year deal or something.
Yeah, 3 year, 3 year, 8 mil, something like that. Just something where he can go, show his or even a 2 year something, something. I think he wants to showcase because if he takes that last year of his option, I don't know if he's playing anymore after the next year. Like, is somebody really gonna want Trey Burke after next year if not playing at all again, and then be like, oh, let's sign this guy on?
Right. No, I
So
mean you might be right. Yeah, you
I
might be
think
right.
this
But
might be his last option to try to opt out and try to find another contract. But who knows? He could just decide, yeah, I'm okay. And the way Trey Burke talks, he talks like he's always talking when they talk to him after games and all about the team knows what he can do and that he wishes he played more and all that. So with him talking like that, I'm thinking maybe he wants to showcase his skills more somewhere else. So we'll see. And plus, he didn't get
yeah, so
vaccinated, and that was the whole big thing with the team and all. So we'll see.
yeah, I'm about to say, and if he talking about showcasing skill like that, chances are he gonna probably be somewhere like Orlando or something, bro. I don't see
Yeah,
him going to a contender to showcase his skills. Like you said, if you didn't get any minutes here, then what do you think you're gonna do with a contender? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
yeah, I'm with you. That'd be nice if he opt out. They can save us some money. Um, there was something else I was gonna touch on. So you think that Jalen Brunson is gone? Scale of 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10. If we talk about gone being gone, I'm gonna give it a 7 of him being gone.
Mm, I
I,
don't
th-
know,
I don't I
man.
don't think you can really do much without it. Like the only way you can, they would have to start trying to get rid of guys and getting rid of our draft picks to get rid of money. So that means trading these guys and not taking too much in return and giving guys draft picks so that they would take these guys on. And then you use that to maybe go and sign somebody before you sign Jalen Brunson, if that makes sense. Like so, you could work money around and give it away, and then maybe go sign a Zach Levine, and then use Jalen Brunson's bird rights to then go ahead and sign him. But I don't even think see, my thing is I don't think JB wants to be on the bench. You can't put Zach Levine on the bench, and you can't start all three of those guys. So I don't know. The more I think about it, it like just frustrates my head. But I think the big guy is the first option. Is try to get a big guy. See if you can. If the Knicks want him, you got to go for Mitchell Robinson. Like you just got to grab him and try to get him in return, and then you just go from there. But yeah, I don't think any moves can really be made unless we get rid of maybe JB or even a Spencer Dinwiddie. One of the two have to go, and Spencer Dinwiddie is comfortable in a 6-man role. I don't think JB is.
Man, let me ask you a question. 'Cause I was sitting there thinking about this, like maybe the last couple of days. So we heard some of the comments that like Mark Cuban and Nico and those guys have made about how they want to build a team, right? And we
Mm-hmm.
also heard about how they want to make it. They want to find Jason Kidd type players. So and then we also heard the comments that Nico was saying that you don't necessarily need a superstar to build the team, and it's showing too. Like right now, a lot of the two teams that are in the finals have built it organically, right? This is not them. Oh, we gonna go trade this guy, trade that guy. It's pretty much organic, right? With their
Mm-hmm.
core players. So I was sitting here thinking, what if Dallas didn't go after say a Zach Levine? They signed Jalen Bragg, right? You
Mm-hmm.
don't go after a Zach Levine, but you build what I was telling you about before. What if they just go out and decide to just get a bunch of depth for their team? Replace a lot of these guys who aren't contributing to the team and just build on depth and continue with that way of how they're doing things.
What kind of guys are you talking about? I know you're talking about guys that can dribble, and I mean, are we gonna find enough of those guys, or just
That
sitting around?
that's the question. Um, I mean, hey, do you want to get into some names, or do you want to just use that for another video? Like we
I mean,
start breaking down each.
we can get into some names. It's just I'm just thinking of like, yeah, let's get in names. Screw it. Just, let's get in names. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. So this is what I'm thinking, bro. This is what I'm thinking. Like it's kind of like I told you before. For example, like a those like Robert Covington, what's the name, Jeremy Grant type players. Because like I said, you if you think about the way we were made up, right? We
Mm-hmm.
had three ball handlers. So you took pressure off of three of those guys because you were able to rotate those three guys out. Who got the most minutes for us during the playoffs?
Dodo and Reggie Bullock.
Exactly. Who we rotating out with those guys?
Nobody.
Exactly. And that's why they got the most minutes, right? And what did I
Yes.
tell you after the season? I said, listen, if we had a couple more wings, because we thought that that's what Sterling Brown was going to be.
Yeah.
That we're going to get it for the Lolo. Get a couple more wings, maybe three. That way, those guys are a little bit more fresher when it counts. You know what I'm saying? Add another wing, add a big to slide Maxi down to the wing position. Because I think Maxi thrives better when he plays as a wing. Because be honest with you, Maxi's not big. Everybody think that Maxi's like some 6'10", 6'11" guy. Maxi's like 6'8",
Yeah.
if
Six
that.
eight 6'9". Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So Maxi really is a wing. You know what I mean? And so that's if we don't trade him or whatever. But you decide to keep him, slide him down, let him be one of those wings. And you go out and maybe get maybe a couple more wings or whatever. Like I said, like a Jeremy Grant type or a Robert Covington type. That way that you can take the pressure off of Dodo, take the pressure off of Reggie, and that'll add more depth to the team, man, as far as wing size and being able to rotate on defense. Um, so my thing is, okay, so there was a trade that I saw on Twitter. I don't know if how you feel about this. It kind of it for me it kind of solidifies, I guess, two spots, but I don't know how you're gonna feel about this one player. So I saw a trade. What if Dallas went after both Rashawn Holmes and Harrison Barnes? Rashawn Holmes is the big. Harrison Barnes has 1 year left on his contract,
I'll tell you
and
this.
he can. We know what he can do.
Yeah, I'll tell you this though. I'm not a big fan of bringing guys back to the same team when something happened to get rid of them.
Right.
Like I'm that's the same thing when people talking about like a Nerlens Noel and all that stuff like that. Like I don't like when guys leave a bad taste in their mouth and then you bring them back. I don't think that's that good of a move in my opinion. But I mean, you said Harrison is on. He has 1 year left on his contract, so that could be a good move. Him and Rashad Holmes. I want to go back to what you were saying earlier though before I lose it.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah.
If we'd have had Moses Brown, it's crazy to think, and the Golden State Warriors playoff series, that probably would have
Mhm.
changed the whole series up. It don't matter if you like Moses Brown or not. I feel like he would have got destroyed by Kevon Looney, if that makes sense. Because Kevon Looney's not that talented as far as like an offensive player. So I think
Yeah,
Moses would have got rebounds and all against him and all, which would have then forced Golden State to play their different way without Kevon Looney on the floor, which would have been playing into our hands by playing the way we like to play. But we got Boban and all out there. That's not and Marquise Chris that's not giving us any minutes. We got two centers on the bench, man. It didn't play anything at all. That's wild. But yeah, man. I mean, I think we should do it. Well, who are you saying get rid of though? Who are we getting rid of to get those guys?
I didn't see what the offer was, like what would they give up, but I think they threw that out there, like what about getting those two guys? Because for Rashawn Holmes, look, we knew what the issue was in Indiana as far as Sabonis and Miles Turner both playing in the paint and it kind of clogging up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they're going to try to find a way to get somebody who's a little bit different from Sabonis to free Sabonis up to be in the paint a little bit more. Like, we already know he's a paint guy. He's not really a perimeter guy. He could shoot threes, but it's not really what his strength is. And so he might shoot like maybe one or two. He's not going to shoot like five or six of them or anything like that. So I feel like he would. And plus, Rashard Holmes has kind of been a little vocal about his time in Sacramento, which is crazy because you signed a contract extension over the season, over the
Yeah.
off season, but you're being vocal. So that idea was kind of thrown out there. So here are some possible signing trades. You want to get into them?
That's fine. Um, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, you already knew about the Zach Levine one. That's a given. T.J. Warren.
Why do I feel like after the bubble he just disappeared?
Yes.
Like I didn't hear about him at all last year. So
Well, he's hurt. He's hurt.
he was hurt
But
as well.
still,
Okay.
but still, the bubble did a lot of things for people out there, man. It made people look like superstars out there, bro, and they
Yeah.
really not. And he's one of them.
Yeah. I mean, that was the aberration, I feel like that one period, because even before then, we weren't looking at like TJ Warren as like this great player. So
Yeah.
I don't
Which
want
is
to take
crazy.
chances.
Dow's been wanting T.J. Warren too.
Yeah. I don't want to take chances though. Like
Right.
I want sure bets. If we're gonna do a signing trade, I want a guy where I'm like, okay, he's gonna be that dude.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% with you, bro. What about Miles Bridges? So this
Absolutely.
one is very unlikely, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. If we got Miles Bridges, I give it to any of them big men or whatever. I definitely for Miles Bridges.
I
Absolutely.
take Miles Bridges right now. Exactly. What about trading for Bojan Bogdanovic? I
You
like
bring
him, but he's 33.
Yeah, I know. And he's playing off the bench? That's what I always think about our current squad and how we have it set up. Like
He would have to,
you're gonna take Reggie out, you're gonna take Dorian out, like you about to mess with our defense.
and that's
So
my thinking. It's like I don't want to take one of those guys out. So chances are he's going to come off the bench.
you
He's going
think
to have
he's
to come
gonna
off the
want
bench.
think he's gonna want to come if he come off the bench?
You want to win?
I feel you. I'm just
No, no. I heard what you're saying though. I'm just asking, like, do you want to win, bro? Like, you
yeah,
saw what we did.
yeah.
We saw the projection that we're headed towards, man. Like, do you want to win, or what's going on here? Or you want to just start because you feel like you should be starting?
Yeah, that's probably actually now I'm thinking about it. Those are probably the trades we want to go after right now. We probably need old heads. We need guys that are a little bit older that are ready to come and win championships. Those are the guys we probably need, the veterans that know what we've done and how far we got, and they're like, you know what, I want to win a championship now, because it's getting later in my career. So those are probably guys we do need to add on the team.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I wouldn't mind him. You know what I said after the Utah series. I would not mind having
Yeah,
Vardamas right now. And he's the kind of guy like you need those guys that he can go out and get his own, and it showed during the series when he was dropping. I think he dropped like 26 on us in one game.
yeah.
So who's gonna take that off right there? So let's see. Another one is we are talking about Rashad Holmes. We are talking about Harrison Barnes. I don't know how you gonna feel about this one, Eric
No,
Gordon.
no,
Okay. Uh,
no.
Daniel Gafford. So that's him being available is if they keep Thomas Bryant.
Yeah. How much is Daniel Gafford making?
I have no
You know,
idea. Oh, I believe he's making. I want to say 9, bro.
9 mil. Okay. Yeah, I
Oh no, no,
want
no. He just signed an extension. Like, I think 12.
12. I'll take him. I'll still take
Yeah,
him. He's better than Dwight Powell.
yeah.
I'll take him.
Um. So this is the thing I was looking at too. When looking at some of these players, right? Like say, like for example, Mo Bamba. Everybody keeps bringing up.
Hmm.
Do you have to look at it in this type of light? Can you see Mo Bamba starting and being effective in the playoffs?
Yes, I do. I told you I've come full circle around to that thing, man. At first,
I
I was with you saying no Mo Bamba. I think we should get Mo Bamba. I think Mo Bamba, because of his youth, the development, and when I thought about it, if he was putting up, so let's look at his numbers. They said he put up, what was it, 11-9 or 11-8?
10 and 8.
Okay, 10-8, playing what, less like 19 minutes, 20 minutes a game,
Mm-hmm.
bro. That's better than Dwight Powell already.
Yeah,
He's a better defender than Dwight
playoffs
Powell.
though, because remember Dwight Powell was putting up some stupid numbers at one point in the
I,
regular season too,
Mo Bamba
and
got post
so
moves. Mo Bamba has moves. He can actually score. He may not be the greatest post move guy, but he can do more than Dwight Powell can. Hey, you gotta go back and watch the videos, man. I'm telling you, Mo Bamba he can do. He can put the ball on the floor,
no,
make
I've
take a
seen
bounce
Mo
and move.
Bamba. I've seen Mo Bamba play. He's from Texas. He played at Texas, so I definitely seen
Yeah,
him play. I
he
just I'm not sold on Mo Bamba, bro. Like to me, Mo Bamba is not a starting center. And if we talking about trying to make it to that next level, we need a starting center. You know what I mean? Like I would take Daniel Gafford over Mo Bamba because I've seen him actually do some things, and he actually started, and he has a whole lot. He has a higher motor than what Mo Bamba has. Mo Bamba's not even when he played in Texas when I was watching him. The dude's motor is like, are you going to show up today or what's going on? Let me give me a calendar and mark off the days you're going to show up. You know what I
you're
mean?
you're
And
you're
that was one of the reasons why he did not start in Orlando.
you are
Because
correct. You are correct, Ro. But there's a couple of things. One, Jason Kidd. That's one big thing that I look at now as far as like guys coming over in development. Like, so I don't worry as much about that. I think we'll get the best out of Mo Bamba that we could get if he played with Jason Kidd. Two, Mo Bamba would be, so I think about it now as far as the contract. We just put up there all those contracts. Mo Bamba, we would probably get him for the low. Like it probably wouldn't be, we probably can get him less than what we get Daniel Gafford for. So if that's the case, then I feel like you have to take a chance with him because I feel like he's better. We just need something better than Dwight Powell, man. Like we have no center position at all. I feel like if we had a guy that could get any type of rebounds, like it can possibly get 10 rebounds, and could possibly score at the rim. Like I know his motor hasn't always been there, but he can do a whole bunch of things we need for the Mavericks as far as at the center position. So he can shoot the three. He shoots it at what, almost 40%. He can finish lobs. He has what, like almost an 8-foot wingspan. He can play defense at the rim. And like I feel like he can do everything we need from him. And if you start him on a new slate where he knows he's playing for a winning team and all, like I think he has the ability. I don't think it's like I don't think it's time to give up on him yet, if that makes sense. Like I think he's
no,
too young to be like
I'm not saying giving up. It's just
who has more upside, Daniel Gafford or Mo Bamba?
I was about to say I trust Daniel Gafford as a starter way more than I trust Mo Bamba.
That's fine, but who has more upside? I'm asking. Who do you think could be a better player at their max potential?
Probably Gafford
You
because he's
think
a better
Gafford?
defender.
I think Mo Bamba would be a better player at his full potential. I think Mo Bamba is way better offensively than Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford is just a guy that can just get set up. I think Mo Bamba can
No,
actually.
he is. He is.
I think Mo
He's
Bamba.
what Gafford is what Dwight Powell is, but way better defender, way better rebounder, and he has more length. I think Gafford is like I don't think Gafford is 7 feet. I think he's like 6'10" or 6'11" or whatever. But yeah, and the dude's high energy on defense, bro. That's what we need. We need somebody who gonna clean the boards up. I know for a fact you challenging everything. Cause maybe at one point I think Gafford was averaging like 2 blocks a game,
Yeah.
and so you know what I'm saying, and he's still young too. So some of the
Everybody
development.
everybody stepped up, don't play defense on the Mavs, even guys that they thought didn't play defense. I just think You give Mo Bamba the opportunity with this coaching staff and all, I think he might actually blossom into something. I'm not saying he can be a superstar, even an all-star, nothing like that. But if he's putting up 10 and 8,
Bro, you saying you're gonna buy a jersey? I know.
no, I ain't buying the jersey. I might buy the jersey though. But if he's saying 10 and 8 though in 20 minutes and he comes and becomes a starter on this team, why can't he give you 18 and 10? Or something, either 16 and 10? You wouldn't take that from your starting center? That's what I think we can get 16 to 10 out of Mo Bamba on this team. And then when we stretch the floor. So the issue is, I think we stuck between the Dwight Powell and the Maxi Kleber like a problem of the stretching the floor. That's why Maxi plays the 5 when he shouldn't be playing the 5. If you bring Mo Bamba in, you don't have to worry about that. You can still play that stretch 5-out offense with Mo Bamba. Daniel Gafford comes in here, you get rid of that completely.
Yeah, but his defense though is nice.
I feel you.
Got another one on here, man. It's pretty interesting. I know you probably like this one. What about OG Anunoby?
Absolutely. Like I'd give up almost anybody on the team.
But they said they pretty much give up anything for him. Man, can you imagine, bro? If you had Dodo, OG, and Reggie, bro.
How would you play that though?
You putting Dodo getting locked up, King.
You putting Dodo at the 4?
I would put OG at Dodo said the 4. I put OG at the wing.
OG, okay.
Because OG can handle the ball.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he can play. You can play it either or though. I mean, I guess Reggie or him, either one of them could be 2 and 3 because it don't matter.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I just thought about that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So, listen, you tell me, I take OG right now, boy. You put him on this team, our defense will be even more crazier, bro.
Bro, I trade Reggie Bullock for OG.
Oh yeah, I would too.
I'm sorry to say.
You had OG and
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I trade Reggie for OG, and I love Reggie, but he got to go.
And he younger too.
Yeah, he got to go for that.
For why?
Yep.
So here's the name that's been kind of floating more and more around interwebs. Trading for Miles Turner. So Miles Turner is making 18 right now.
Yeah. I told you I get scared about that trade the longer it goes. The longer we keep hearing about him, the more I get scared about the Miles Turner trade. I don't know what it is. It's just the lack of seeing him play, the lack of him being injured.
I was about to say why haven't we been seeing him?
Because he's been hurt. But also I've looked at him. I've looked at like stuff on YouTube and all about, his stats and all, and a lot of them people say that his stats are empty. Like he isn't really as good at the things that he's supposed to be. So maybe I'm just psyching myself up out of it, but I don't know. Maybe not for 18 mil though, man. Like, am I ready to give 18 mil to that man to be like, what do I expect? How about that? What do I expect from him? What do you expect from him for 18 mil?
I think it's 18 too for this year too. I think this is last year on his contract. I believe.
Then maybe you should trade for him there. Now I'm thinking about it and just have. But you're gonna keep saying every year though that you're waiting for the next year, if that makes sense.
And not only that, bro, we just got rid of a guy that's injury prone.
Yeah, but if you get him and he's on his last year of his contract though, then that means in 2023, your books are empty. Like you're gonna have a lot of money available in 2023 if you can get rid of him and all that. But that's still waiting another year. Do you feel what I'm saying?
Like you see, we're trying to make steps going forward.
Yep.
And I think the most games he's played is like the mid 50s, bro. Like he hasn't played a lot of games, like you said. He hasn't played a lot of games here in the last handful of seasons. It's like, do you really want to take that chance though? You know what I mean? Like if we get you understand that your money's gonna be off the books come next offseason. But bro, we need you because we're trying to make a long playoff run and hope to get to the finals. And so if you can't help us because you're constantly in street clothes, then why make that trade for? Because chances are you're going to make that trade with somebody who could play right now on our team. Like, just to throw an example out there, like say Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway can play right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't. Because Tim Hardaway does not have a history of not being healthy. You do. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part that gets me.
Miles Turner, he will be in a contract year though. That is a good thing. So he would try to show off for the contract year. Yeah, but I want to ask you another question. How do you feel about Tim Hardaway Jr.? Like, I would like to see him play with Dinwiddie off the bench, but it's just his money, man. Like that's the issue that always comes back around. It's like, damn, we give Tim Hardaway all that money. So
Now I with you. The only thing is like, okay, you said the money, but then you want to get some of these players we just named off. His money is hindering you from getting one of these players we just named off.
Yep.
So it's like, look, I like you, Tim, and we saw what we did without him. I feel like it's probably best right now to move him. You know what I'm saying? While you can. And I truly believe this. I don't think it's gonna be hard. Well, of course it's not gonna be hard because anybody could be moved nowadays, it shows. But I don't think it's gonna be hard to move him because his contract is in descending order.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that a million times. So if you can get something for Tim Hardaway, which another thing too, I was gonna ask you this. Because I was thinking this. Do you think Dallas is gonna do a draft day trade and trade that 26 pick?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yes.
I think so too. I think we can still look at who we can draft around that number, but I really think Dallas is going to try to trade. I think Dallas is going all in, bro.
I think they are too.
I mean, as all in as they can go. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they're going to just trade the whole team and get superstar, but I mean, like
they're going to try.
Really, yeah, they're going to try. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I really think they're going to try to go all in, and I don't think they're going to leave any stone unturned, bro. So as far as Tim, hey, I like you, Tim. But if Tim's contract can get us something back in return,
peace.
Got a chunk to do something to you.
We got like $52 million on the bench between Bertans, Tim, and Dinwiddie.
Yeah,
now, that's horrible.
I about to say that. Does that make you feel comfortable or make you feel better? Like, you know what? That's a ring right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember we talked about this early in the season when we were talking about this when we had that other guy before we traded him. Remember, you had him, you had Tim. And you were talking about signing Jalen, and then you had Luka. And remember, I asked you, I said, does that core make you feel like that's a championship core? Because once you already had those other two guys signed. You just signed Luka to his extension, and you were going to give Jalen Brunson his. At that time, we said $20 million or whatever. So you would have had that as your core. Mm-hmm. Was that going to get you a championship? Remember, we asked you that. He's like, no. Same thing with this. Those three guys you just named off coming off the bench. Mm-hmm. Does that make you feel like, okay, we got firepower coming off the bench? That's going to help. See what I'm saying? So somebody got to go. Somebody got to go. Or maybe somebody's got to go. So here's another one. These are considered very possible trade scenarios. One of the names you just said no to completely. Nerlens Noel. I'm with you. I don't want Nerlens Noel.
I don't want Nerlens.
I don't. Look, I'm looking at a starter right now. Not just a guy, just have a guy on the team. I'm looking at a starter. This is what I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. We just said Rashard Holmes. You said you're cool with that under certain circumstances. Josh Hart.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Josh Hart with a lot. I mean, not a lot, but like almost, I'm going to say a bunch of people on the team that I wouldn't mind trading him for. He's Josh Hart can put the ball on the ground. He can dribble. He can play make a little bit. He's an excellent rebounder, and he can play great defense. I'm fine with Josh Hart on the team. Again, this is the Reggie again. I might give up Reggie for him. Like that's how much I think Josh Hart is. Josh Hart can do more than what Reggie can do, and he's younger, I believe. Mm-hmm. Younger. So that's why I like Josh Hart, and like I said, he's a great rebounder and a great defender.
Underrated rebounder for his size.
Yeah.
PJ Washington.
I'm gonna do one of your numbers and say let me sleep on that one.
Yeah, that's a sleep on. I'm gonna sleep on that one too. He can shoot, but Charlotte's always has been at the bottom of was bottom in defense last couple of years with him on the team. So
yep.
And he's a pivotal part of the team. So I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Here's a name that's been going around. Shout out to Slightly. I know he brought this up on his channel. Christian Wood.
I like Christian Wood. It's about that health thing again. Hopefully he can stay healthy. But truthfully, his skill set kind of fits the skill set that you want in the Dallas Mavericks perfectly to play with Luka Doncic. Like it's again like it's actually better than Miles Turner kind of in a little bit. He's not as good of a rebounder. Well, truthfully, Miles Turner not that great of a rebounder. Like when I looked at that, that's what I'm saying. Like that, I think we getting caught up in some type of hype that's not real because we want something so much.
And
But
you know what the thing too about that King? So I was listening to a guy. I forgot. I'm sorry. I can't remember who this was. I can't credit the person. I apologize. There's three keys that Dallas need to look at as far as a big man:
mm-hmm.
defense, interior defense, rebounding, and it was something else. It was interior defense, rebounding.
Was it shooting,
No,
finishing the rim?
I can't remember. Um, was that what it was? I can't remember the third one. So, but the point is, when you're looking at these options, right?
mm-hmm.
What are their strengths? What are the strengths that we need that they can bring? Like you said with Miles Turner, yeah, Miles Turner can defend. He can. If I can think of the third one, I think he had that one. But like you said, he can't rebound. I mean, he can rebound, but he's not a great rebounder. He can get like
Mm-hmm.
what 7, 8 rebounds,
Yep.
which at that size, you know what I'm saying? And at that position, you would think that him being a starter, you would think he would average a little bit more, but probably like 11. Like, give us
Yep.
11. He can't even give us 11. Give us like 8 or whatever.
Give me 10. I just want
Yeah,
double
give me
digits.
10.
Give me 10.
Yeah, he can't even. He's not great at that. So, um, oh, I know. I think it was. They can move their feet on the perimeter.
Okay.
Okay, so he can do that. He can move his feet on the perimeter. He can defend, right? But can he rebound? He can't do that. And that's really what we lost every series, bro, in rebounding.
Yeah.
We got out rebounded by I believe it was 40 something in the Utah series, 50
Mm-hmm.
something in the
Phoenix
Phoenix
series
series,
and 50
and I
something again
believe
in
it was
Golden State.
50 something again in Golden State. So
And we only played 5 games against them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're definitely gonna need the guy to rebound, bro. Not saying you got to be Dennis Rodman, but you got to be competent enough to not let Kevon Looney out rebound you by himself with like 9 or 10 offensive rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Be able
Let
to
me.
snag some defensive rebounds and stop possessions for the other team.
So what do you value more for a center coming on this team? Do you value like a Miles Turner being able to play, I guess a lockdown defense at the rim, or do you value Christian Wood being able to score a little bit more on his own and being like, because they both about the same rebounders, same as far as rebounding. With Christian Wood is a way better offensive player.
Yeah, his defense is. I think this guy was saying with Christian Wood is like, is it the fact that he can't play defense or he just didn't give effort on defense? And it's hard to tell with him like which one it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But either way it go, it's defense with him.
yeah.
You know, we know what Miles Turner is, but now you kind of got me thinking like, dang, is that a facade though with his defense?
So
Because
I'm
I'm kind
I'm
of leaning, I'm kind of leaning towards no on Miles Turner, bro.
yeah, I'm leaning towards Christian Wood if I had to choose them two.
Yeah,
I think Christian Wood being a body in there, like truthfully, half the battle was having a body in there. Just somebody that can just give anything, just standing there and be a body. So with him and the other guys playing defense as well, and then having him out there where he can shoot threes when we just stretched, and then he can roll to the rim. Like you got to now have a threat again to pick and pop and pick and roll. We haven't had that in like 2 years
and
since.
I believe too with him, you can play that same style that Jason Kidd's been wanting to play,
Yeah.
where like you can get hit on all 5 positions or whatever. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree. Um, so here are some minimum options, right?
Mm-hmm.
Players who can get the minimum. Some interesting names on here. So the first one is Dwayne Dedman.
I take that, man.
So for those watching, Dallas has I believe it's a 6.4 vet minimum cap space. They can use that on a player 6.4, and they also have the trade exception of 10.9. So they can trade a player into that 10.9 if that option comes up.
So let me ask you a question. Can the 10.9 be thrown on top of something in the trade, or it has to be a player that comes over in the 10.9?
I think a player has to go into that 10.9.
Okay, just okay. Because I know if we do a sign and trade with JB, we only get 50% of his money as far as coming back.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if like talking about like a Zach LaVine or something like that, if we could use that for the money he needs and all, but you said it has to be just that one player for that $10 million or whatever. So
yeah, for the trade exception, yeah. What about?
Nope.
And they gonna say no. Oh, well, yeah. What you say about Dwayne Dedman? You said no
I said I take that.
as an option, backup option.
Yeah, backup option. You saying minimum? I take him.
Okay. What about Wes Matthews?
Nope.
No. Derek Favors.
Y'all love Derek Favors. I mean, I
Good,
guess
good
for
defender.
the minimum, yeah, I take him.
Yeah, he's a good defender.
Yeah, I'll take him for the minimum. Actually, looking at the minimum, yes, I would. I take Isaiah too, but before you say him, yes, I would.
I knew you were gonna say yeah to him. What about Robert
You wouldn't
Lopez?
take him? Is he better than Dwight Powell
Yes.
for the minimum?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might make it 12. So yeah, 11, whatever. Robert Lopez.
I would have took him last year.
Oh, we need him last year.
Yeah,
I was
last
gonna
year.
say this year or whatever.
Yeah, well, last season I should say I really wanted him. I guess yeah for the minimum. But is J.K. gonna like? I don't want to sign guys that J.K. not gonna use though.
Yeah.
So if J.K.
I don't think he's a Jason Kidd center. It's probably why they didn't go
Yeah.
after him. What about Bruno Fernando? High energy guy.
Yeah, he's a high energy guy. Again, is he gonna play? If he plays him, I'm down.
Because I think he would. Because he's more in the vein of a Dwight Powell, but with a whole lot more effort.
Yeah.
He's 6'9". He's a good defender and a good rebounder. We
Yeah.
saw him firsthand. You know what I'm saying? How good he is. You're not asking him to play a lot of minutes. You just want him to kind of fill a certain role. Matter of fact, I think he could have filled a Kevon Looney role.
Yeah.
He could fill a Kevon Looney, a Bismack Biyombo type role for the team. What about Rodney Hood?
No. I don't like his effort and energy and all. And he's too shaky. I'm not a big fan of Rodney Hood.
What about Tony Bradley?
I'll
pass on Bradley.
Yeah, I'll be with you. I'll pass on.
What about Eric Pascal?
Probably would take him for the minimum. You saying minimum on this? You saying for the minimum, or you saying these minimum options like we can just get them?
I guess it's for the minimum.
If it's for the minimum, I take him. I take him for the minimum.
I take him lower than the minimum.
It's a lot of guys on that bench, man. Like we just showed, that don't do anything.
Good point.
That's what I'm saying. Like we got to get rid of these guys and fill in these roles with other people. So that's my own. Damian Jones.
You think Golden State gonna sign him back?
I don't know what Golden State gonna do this year. It's gonna be wild.
They overcapped.
Let me ask you this. I know you. I think you said no to me before. You still wouldn't get what's his name? The center that they didn't play all year. Why can't I think of his name right now?
Wiseman.
Wiseman. You wouldn't take Wiseman?
Bro, you just asked me about Mo Bamba. We're talking about a guy I still don't know what he is. You know what I mean? And you want to get him?
Wiseman been
something out of him and Mo Bamba. I'll definitely take Mo Bamba over him because we know what Mo Bamba is to an extent. I don't know what Wiseman is. The jury's still out on him.
I believe Wiseman better than Dwight Powell. That's one, and two. Wiseman.
Everybody better than Dwight Powell.
Hey,
it's not a.
If we say we're gonna get him for the low, then we can get somebody that's better than Dwight for lower than him. Then I'm all for it. Anybody that
Wiseman a good defender though.
I think he's better than Dwight Powell.
Rebounder.
He's better than Dwight Powell. And everything you just said, he's better than Dwight Powell. And
have you seen it?
I've seen it. That first year he played. He only played 1 year. That first year he played, he had runs where he was out there dominating and all. And then he got hurt. And then he didn't play last year.
You out here looking like Mal Turner with these injuries, bro. I don't know.
1 year. All I'm saying is 1 year. He's been in the league.
The gate like, I'm hurt. What's up with it?
He's been in the league 2 years. 2 years as the number 2 pick or whatever like that. You ready to give up and say, you know what? Never again, man.
I ain't saying I'm ready to give up. Go State can do whatever they want with him. I just don't know if we have we don't have the time for projects right now. If you're talking about this team taking that next step, you want to bring in projects to build. That's what you're trying to do.
But I don't think he's really a project. So the thing is that
he's not developed. We don't know what he is yet. So obviously a project.
But all you need him to do is do Dwight Powell's job, is what I'm saying. So the Dwight Powell job is not really a project. The project is the him making moves and doing the dribble moves and stuff like that. I already feel like he can do Dwight Powell's job better than Dwight Powell. So the rest of the stuff is just added on filler and icing on the cake or whatever like that. Because he can possibly shoot threes. He possibly has a jump shot that he's looks decent. He can do his little spin move that he likes doing when he goes to the rim. He can run end to end with the basketball. This is James Wiseman we're talking about. I'm not ready to give up on him. He's only in the league 2 years. He's missed 1 year, and Golden State probably gonna want to get rid of him because they have their squad already set up. They were talking about getting rid of him last year.
I don't think they're gonna get rid of him, bro.
They were talking about getting rid of him last year, and they talk about no this year, let him play and all. Like he missed a whole nother year, and their team is starting to form without. So they.
But from what one of their minor what you call that minority owners was saying that they don't. That's the reason why they didn't make any trades because they didn't want to give anybody up. They feel like this team, they're trying to do the same thing they did with Steph, Clay, and Draymond with this next rotation of players, the Pools, the Wisemans, the Kamingas, the I cannot think of that guard's name, bro. Number
Moody.
4, Moody, yeah. They feel like that's what their next step is, which is why they didn't trade Wiseman. They want to keep Wiseman and those other 3 guys because they felt they had another dynasty with those guys, the same way they did with the first 3 guys.
Then we definitely need them there. If Golden State want to keep him, then we definitely need him
there. Let's see. I don't ever see anybody else in here you want, bro. Andre Drummond.
No.
Nah.
No.
Otto Porter Jr., man.
No. Otto Porter Jr. be too hurt now. I mean, he got a little bit of a skill set and all, but
yeah, I don't want him either.
Yeah, I don't really want him. Maybe a Jeff Green for the low. I might he'll be able to back up. He'll be able to back up Maxey at the 4.
And Jeff Green is up there in age now, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You need an older guy, but he can still do work. Like Jeff Green isn't like where he's like gone. See, Paul Millsap, I see you on there. Like Paul Millsap, I feel like it's done.
Oh yeah.
I think he's done.
But Paul missed like 38 or something. I think.
Yeah, but Jeff Green still be dunking on his and all.
I know somebody you want. Kent Bazemore. That's what you want.
No, I don't know Kent Bazemore. I dislike Kent Bazemore. He just talks a bunch of talk.
So, well, I'm gonna get to that here in a little bit. Let's get into the mid-level options here.
Mm-hmm.
Thaddeus Young.
I like Thaddeus Young, but I don't think he can. I don't think he can shoot well enough for our team.
That, and I don't want to give a mid-level for him.
Yeah, I would
do the minimum for him, bro.
He has no threes at all.
What about Joe Ingles?
Then he just tore his ACL or something.
And Joe ain't getting no younger.
Yeah, I know. Not for the mid level. For the like you said, the minimum again, something like that. Yeah. Not for the mid level.
Oh my God, Nurkic.
I hate it.
Say no.
Nope, I hate it. I hate Nurkic. I don't even know what you talking about not knowing home before you go past. You talk about not knowing what guys do. We still don't know what Nurkic does.
And, I know what he don't do. So yeah, that's what you need to know. What he doesn't do.
What he doesn't do. Yep.
Yeah, what he doesn't do. What about Torian Prince?
Yeah, I'll take him.
Mid-level though.
Yeah, no, mid-level. That's a lot of money, right? I like him for the team, but you're right, mid-level, a lot of money.
Listen, if you're talking about getting a guy like a Torian Prince who is considered a wing, you got to be a rotation guy. Like I got to count on you every night, type rotation guy. You know what I'm saying? I need you to come in here and help Dodo and Reggie out at that position. Spell them some minutes. Thomas Bryant.
I like Thomas Bryant as well.
I think he'll be gone before Daniel Gafford. I think they'll keep Daniel Gafford over him.
Again, mid-level. I get. I don't know, man. It's pressing with mid-level. That mid-level will be pushing him. Like, do I really want to give that guy that $11 million or whatever? You basically losing Dwight Powell to give somebody else Dwight Powell money.
Yeah, and then you have to think of it as like, are you going to give me more than what Dwight Powell gave me at that position? What about Jeremy Lamb?
No.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know.
No.
What about Zubac?
Not at mid level.
Yeah, I don't want Zubac. I think that team around him makes him look good whenever he plays us. Montrezl Harrell.
No.
Nah. Your favorite player of all time, Mo Bamba. You
Yes.
said yes. I said no.
Yes.
This is an interesting one, King. Bobby Portis.
I know I was looking at it right when you said that. I'm gonna say no, only because I don't trust his defense.
Yeah, same.
Like that's too much money for a guy that can come out and give you buckets, but just gonna get scored on back Robinson
Yeah.
way.
No, I agree. He can shoot, like you said, he can score and all that, but his defense. What about Nas Reed?
I had to sleep on that one. I might.
I don't know about the mid level though.
Yeah, but he got a little bit of skill, a little something something. He can shoot the three ball.
But you know what? To me, I think a mid level guy is a potential starter.
You don't think he's a potential starter on our team? Shoot, he is a starter on our team if he comes to the team.
Yeah, probably so. Um,
Yes.
I'll sleep on that. You say yes now.
Yes, yes. No, I'm not saying yes or no. I'm saying that the next person you about to say yes.
Oh yeah, Victor. Yeah, I take Victor.
Absolutely.
I definitely take Victor right
Plus,
now.
I think he's going to come. I think he's going to come back with aggression next year too. Just that second year after the injury, I think he's going to have something to prove again. So I take him at mid level. I think he'll
Oh yeah,
show up with that.
I definitely take him.
Hmm.
Malik Monk.
Yeah, I'll take Malik Monk.
I take Malik right now.
Yeah, I'll take him.
What about Josh Okogie?
I don't
I
know
don't know
again
about
mid
mid level.
mid level.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I don't know
that
about
mid
mid level
that mid level.
because he fell out the rotation with Minnesota, man.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Mitchell Robinson.
you already know.
Yes, sir.
If we could get it, you already know.
And the next guy's pretty much like Mitchell Robinson, Nick Claxton. I don't think
Yep.
he's going nowhere though.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. Is he a free agent?
Yeah.
He might go. He might be. A lot of people tired
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
A lot of people tired of that Brooklyn, fiasco and all that stuff. You might be able to
And
get
he
Nick
young
Claxton to leave.
too.
Yeah, you might be able to get Nick Claxton to leave.
So this person here had proposed trying to make more room, more money for Dallas to try to make some moves this off season. Antoine Devon here on Facebook. Shout out to Dallas fans here. She's the one who posted this. So this is one of the options that Dallas can probably look at because I know right now we don't have cap space. Like I said, all we have is a 6.4 uh, luxury tax apron, and then we have that 10.9 trade exception. So
Mm-hmm.
Dallas gonna have to do a lot of wiggle room to try to make room to get players, and also they have the sign and trade. But if they do a sign and trade, that's gonna put a hard cap on Dallas.
Yeah.
When they signed the last CBA, they did that on purpose. They didn't want too many teams that were already capped over to constantly be making sign trades to get even better. Because if you're capped over, you should be better than what you are, or whatever.
Yeah.
So if Dallas was to do a sign and trade, they're going to be hard capped. But this right here is kind of like a little scenario he kind of put together. So he said one. He said we have you talking about Jalen Brunson. We have his bird right, so we can sign him over the cap plus pay him more than any other team. He said let him get an offer from another team and then come in within 2 to 4 million a year over their offer. He said get him to commit, but don't put ink on the paper yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one key. So he says two, get a commitment from Zach Levine, which we talked about that before. If a player say he want to come to X team, then that's when you start trying to figure out ways to get him up in here.
Yep.
And he says three. He says move Powell and Bertans. That alone can create 25 million of cap space without touching THJ or Dinwiddie. He said moving Powell would be hard as he's on an expiring. He said won't be hard, but like you just said, he's on an expiring deal.
Mm-hmm.
also said Bertans, however, may be tougher. A team needs shooting will likely be
Yep.
possibly Phoenix if they don't resign Aiton. We need to take back as little salary as possible, so we may have to attach a second round pick. Then you'll be able to sign Levine and Brunson.
Yeah. I mean, it's a perfect world. I just keep saying I don't think if we get Zach LaVine, I don't think Jalen Brunson's gonna be on the team.
I'm starting to be there with you on that one, bro.
I don't think JB.
There's
Why would
no
he?
way in my head I can play it in my head to where it's like, okay, how are they both gonna fit together? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
JB doesn't want to go back
Zach's
to the
not a
bench,
great defender.
and
Yeah,
JB does
and
not
I
want to go back to the bench. He just came off the bench this year at the beginning and then became a starter and said JK unlocked the best out of him. He doesn't want to go back to the bench, and he cannot start with Zach LaVine on the team.
yeah, that's gonna be a difficult one. And for what JB is about to get paid, he's definitely not a bench player, bro.
No.
And you know for sure Zach Levine not gonna be a bench player because he about to get paid.
Yep.
Um, I do like the third option he says here when he says move Powell and Bertans. Like you said, I don't think Powell's gonna be hard to move. He has 1 year left. Any team will be willing to take on that 1 year for 11 because, like you said, that means next year that's 11 off your books. You
Yep.
got to sign them back. But Bertans is going to be the harder one though. The only positive out of Bertans' contract is I think his last year is not guaranteed. So that's probably the only positive out of his contract. And I think he has what 2 more years after this
Should
or something like that.
should we just rock out with JB and the team and just get a center? Is the center just the missing piece? Do we let the other guys develop and become
No,
even
I
better?
told you it's more than just a center, bro. We need wings, man.
Yeah, we need
We
wings.
got to
Well,
get
I
wings.
mean that too. I mean as far as the main guys, the scoring and all with JB. I'm saying is
Oh yeah,
JB,
yeah.
Luca, and Dinwiddie and all. Is that
And then we
really?
get Tim back.
Yeah, is that not enough? Where if guys develop and got even better, see, we got JB this year. Remember
Mhm.
before the playoffs, we were talking about well, in the playoffs he doesn't show up and all, and then he had the playoffs this year and he showed up. So with another year with him and Luca, if Luca takes his stuff seriously in the offseason, then when he comes back with the team, Tim Hardaway Jr., do we just need then? Even the wings, though. Does Tim Hardaway's presence change that wing philosophy we're talking about?
Nope. Because you still need those wings. You still need the defensive wings, and you still need those guys to be able to handle the ball a little bit, like a Victor Oladipo. Like you get that, you get like you said, you had that team, and you add like a Victor and say like a big man, you might have me. You might have me because Victor can go out there because like that's another scorer that can be you that way Dallas can hit teams in different ways. You got so many different people who can score instead of just those three guys. You add two more scorers, then you add that defensive center in the middle. You might have something there. Because then on top of that, not only can Victor score, he can play defense. So now you have not only those all those scores, you now got those three defensive guys plus your big. That's
Yes.
gonna help your defense. So you do something like that, you might have me sold, King. You might have me sold.
Do you think we finally gonna get Goran Dragic this year?
Yeah, I think we're gonna get Jabari Dragic, bro.
So there's another wing score.
So yeah, I would Dallas. I would look at do you think
Oladipo.
Gordon do a Sonic? Nah, because then you would have to he have to make like 3 million.
So Goran Dragic.
Yeah.
No, he's just gonna sign for the minimum.
Well, no. Reason why I was saying that I was like, can you do like a sign and trade, like trade for Goran? We trade Trey Burke, and then they get we get Goran Dragic. You know what I'm
Doesn't
saying?
he?
Sign.
Isn't he a free agent? He got a. You talking about with him doing two signing
Yeah.
trades
No. Goran doing a sign and trade. Like he signs with them and he trades him over to us. We
to
give
us?
them Trey Burke. Yeah.
So
In
the
a
only
trade.
thing about that one, if they take Trey Burke, they're gonna ask for picks too. They're gonna have to give him a pick.
No, it's Goran Dragic. Ain't, why you need picks
Man,
for?
ain't no team is you asking for a team to do us a favor and saying, oh, well,
No, that's
we're not gonna give them nothing.
no. If he's doing a sign and trade, then we give them something back in the trade.
They don't want Trey Burke. That's what I'm saying. You think
Listen,
they like, oh man, I want Trey Burke.
the reason why I would say yes because Trey Burke has 1 year left. He has 1 year left. He's
Goran
only
has
three
none.
million.
Goran has no years left. They just go for somebody right now.
But they don't have cap space either.
I got you. You saying take
If
on
you
Trey
sign
Burke?
Goran, he's gonna want more than 1 year, right?
No, he's gonna
You
take 1
take
year.
Trey Burke, and he got that 1 year left. That means that at that year, you're done with him. We
I
still
feel you.
gonna have Goran for maybe another year or whatever.
But then they losing Gorman numbers off the books this year. So Gorman was already making more than the
Oh,
minimum.
okay, I see what you're saying.
And they're going to get he's a free agent, which means it comes off the books. If he signs back and trades, like they're not going to just want Jalen. I mean,
I'm just trying to find a way to get Trey Burke out. I don't. You know he's out there. He's not getting 3-point anywhere else.
I hope he doesn't opt in, man. I swear, I hope he don't.
He's not getting 3-point nothing.
No, he's not. He's not getting that much. You're right.
He might not even go. He might not even get another option like that. He might be in the G League or something next year. But,
you wow. But you're right though.
But yeah. So there's just some options, y'all. We went down. We're just gonna go ahead and get into these questions and these comments. Ooh, I over now. Get into these questions and these comments real quick, y'all. I think I'm already there, King. Oh, this probably I'm liking this setup, man. Oh, you still scrolling?
Yeah, I'm scrolling.
Yep, you scrolling. Bro, I'm liking the setup, bro. I'm liking the setup. Listen, y'all already know how this works. We're still doing the WTMs. Hit us with the WTMs, y'all, if y'all have any questions or any comments. Not a lot of questions and comments, I guess, because it's an early show today. We usually be filled full of people, but it's okay. We're just glad y'all here rocking with us. Like we said, the schedule, guys, for the off season going to be every Tuesday and every Friday for our videos. Tuesday evenings, Friday mornings for you guys. Friday morning, probably around 10 o'clock around this time. We just started a little later today because we have a technical difficulty. We're on a new stream, so we're just trying to get used to this and trying to figure out how to work these things. But yeah, we're here though. We're here. All right, King, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, let's start with this one. You and me.
You can start first.
All right. I can't really see that. Oh, he said, "I hope let's hope Luka puts." Let's hope Luka doesn't put too much burn on his motor in the offseason with all the international play. Yeah, which is why we kind of didn't want Luka to play internationally.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm worried about that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I am worried about that one.
You said that he's gonna have some rest time in between time, so I hope you're right, bro. Because
I just need, but I'm just I'm just more worried about him taking care of his body. So he doesn't have the time. Like how is he going to be in the gym like changing his body shape if he's out playing basketball?
Right. No, I agree. I feel the same way. Let's see.
Your boy Thomas.
Hold on. Oh, so it's over. Okay. Thomas says the center, true center, either starter or backup. He said real scoring wing, not just 3-and-D, and also give THJ the deuce.
Definitely a starter though,
so
Thomas.
that's all they coming.
Can't be. We don't need a backup center. We need a starter.
Yeah, definitely do. Hold on, King. My bad.
You could take your time.
This is a little different, bro, from all the other ones. So Queen just says, "Glow gang, yes, man."
I don't know that lady.
RCA says, "Unfortunately, I think Boban is gone." According to some reports, him and Theo Pinson gonna be back. So I don't know. Let's see. King Lee says, "Oh, my bad. I'm reading everything. Go ahead."
You fine. King Lee says, "I'm on the right one. Watching on the way to work. Great season of the shows. Keep it going. Job well done, Glow Nation. Appreciate you, King."
Yes, sir. Oh, he's doubled it. Oh, I gotta. Oh, man says sounds good, just low. Are we low?
Yeah. No, he said can you pump your audio? He said it's kind of low on your side. I said you sound good to me, but
it's for the people, King. For the people.
Yeah, I know.
Thomas says Jay Grant for the wing or Robert Covington type. Yeah, that's what Thomas, man. Stop copying me, man. That's what I said. I said all these things. But yeah, no, I agree, Thomas. I definitely agree.
RCA says, "Can y'all imagine Maxey being able to play the 4 in the playoffs? due scoring and defense was completely hampered having the camp near the basket. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that during the season as well. As far as this might be hurting Maxey, as far as having to constantly play the center position.
And remember, I talked about that too. I said when we was talking about the video leading into that series against Golden State, I thought that Maxi would, benefit from that because he is more of a perimeter guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you can move him to his natural defensive position, which is being a perimeter defender, I think he will bowl a whole lot well for him. And I think he would be a whole lot more effective than being a guy that's going to bang down there in the paint. You get somebody else to do that. You let Maxi be in there with Dodo and Reggie as being the perimeter guy. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Todd says Moses Brown ain't moving the needle that much, man. He said, I hear what you're saying, though. He said, we desperately need size and rebounding. Yeah.
So I didn't say Moses Brown will move the needle. What I said is matchups. And that Golden State Warrior matchup, when we had, did we think Kevon Looney was going to dominate us before that matchup?
Nope.
No, we didn't. So when you have matchups, you have a guy. We have two centers on the bench that couldn't even play, and then our starting center played like 10 minutes a game. So it's just about having another guy out there that could have been put in there to grab rebounds and do other things, but we didn't have it available. We have three centers and we couldn't play any of them. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Thomas says, also, I would get Eric Gordon if we're willing to trade for THJ or if Houston buys him out. He's a guaranteed bucket off the bench compared for
It's THJ
yeah,
compared to THJ.
compared to
Yeah, I don't
THJ.
know. I don't know if Eric Gordon's still that anymore. I don't think he's that guaranteed of a bucket anymore.
Yeah, and plus, he's older too. Like
Yeah,
Eric Gordon ain't a raw chicken anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or what's the other that saying is?
yeah.
He ain't a
A
spring chicken. I
spry.
should say.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
He ain't
spry.
a,
He ain't young no more. He ain't young no more.
yeah, he used to be a beast back in the Clippers. Then he got hurt.
Yeah,
And, that take away some of your age or your youth as well. And then he became a different player in Houston. And it's been years since he played with James Harden and putting up buckets like that. So I'm okay.
yeah. That's you.
Oh my bad. He's amount says get Bamba and Gafford. Then like Rel said, let Maxi play more wing. I mean, if you could get both of them, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, if you can get both of them, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. One of them is a free agent. And I think the other one you got to trade for. So yeah, I'll do that. K Dub was good, man. He says let's give up the pick in the draft. Let THJ, Powell, Bertans, and other bench guys go and get Turner or Capella and Grant.
Y'all notice every team that get Capella want to end up giving him up.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, bro. About the Capella thing. Listen, and on top of that, I'm gonna give you an example. Y'all see how Utah's defense is. Like Utah is not the greatest perimeter defensive team, but because of that one guy with Rudy Gobert, his presence alone makes that defense into a like top 10 defense, right?
Yeah.
Capella does not do that for your team. Now I know you're gonna say like, "Oh, we got the perimeter guy, we just need the big," but it's like we also need that big to elevate those guys to make them better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so does Capella do that?
Yeah.
He's been with Atlanta now 2 years, and where has their defense fallen? You know what I'm saying, rank wise. You know what I mean? So I'm good on Capella, and on top of that, he's making too much for me. He should be making the White Powell money.
I think what you basically saying, Ro, is you want a guy that can basically help in like a series we just had with Luka's deficiencies. So when they're running the pick and rolls on Luka over and over again, you got a big man that can actually help him out. It's kind of like Tyson Chandler to Dirk, kind of like the way he was when they tried to make pick on Dirk and he had Tyson Chandler. Bro. So you want a guy that stands behind you and then can make you where you can play defense a little different. You can be more aggressive and things like that. Because if a guy gets past you, there's help at the rim.
Yes, perfect example. I was gonna say that's what Rudy Gobert can do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I 100% agree, bro. K Dub also says, "Oh, you said something."
No, no, no. Go ahead. I was reading. I was moving it.
Oh, K Dub says, let's give up the. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Luca coming back to training and on the 15th of June. Dragic will play with Luca in his last game with Slovenia this month in the qualifiers. Yeah, it did say that he's gonna play this year because he didn't play during the Olympics, so he's playing in this one. K Dub also said, "Did you guys look at the draft and got someone we could get?" Not yet, K Dub.
Not
We're
yet.
gonna get
Get
into
that.
that. We're gonna get into that because now names are starting to come out. So names
Mhm.
starting to come out. Um, we're gonna have to do some scouting. So I'm gonna have to definitely have to
Yeah.
sit down and look at some videos, stuff like
Yep.
that, man. I normally do it around this time, so I guess it's about that time now. A lot of the other Mav content guys are starting to throw names out, so we'll start looking at some names. Um, Positions. I don't. To me, I'm one of those guys. I don't want to say like, oh, we got to go into the draft looking for a big. I want to go into the draft looking for the best available player at that position around that part of the draft. You know what I mean? Like whoever falls 26, who's the best available. I don't care if it's a point guard. I don't care if it's a shooting guard. Whatever. I don't care if it's a coach. Whatever. I want to get the best available at that position. Not just say like, oh, we're gonna go into the mind frame and get a big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Let's see, K Dub also says, "Did you guys see
You already
Brunson's
said
father
that.
in the Navy?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. That doesn't mean anything. I know people are like, "Oh my god, that means Brunson's going to the Knicks." He's not. He's not going. I don't think he's going to the Knicks. You don't have to necessarily go to the Knicks. Oh, here's what you getting.
Where I'm at. K Dub. Oh, amount says I can't even see it on this side. Where am I? I can't see it. Luca, Brunson, Dinwiddie, Maxi, Bullock, Dodo, OG, Gafford, Bamba. I'm sorry, Mo Bamba. Is that a title winning playoff lineup? I think it is.
That's not a bad lineup.
I think that's a title winning lineup.
That's not a bad lineup at all. Because OG can put the ball on the floor too. He's a
Yep.
creator now.
Yep.
I'll take that right now. Where do I sign up?
So
That's a good one, amount. I like that one. I'll take that right now. Charlie says, not gonna lie, I like the idea of Paul Reed for us. Although he is a project, he was a G League MVP and very versatile. Paul Reed. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna look him up.
that's
Charlie said,
you know what's wild though? It's that looks like the new way teams are going right now. The Mavericks need to get more into that as far as grabbing guys from the G League.
let's just wait and see what, because we don't know. We knew what Donnie's style was when it came to drafting and all that stuff and what he looked for in players. Let's just wait and see what what Nico's style is, what his imprint is, and how he looks at things in the draft. This is gonna be his first draft because he didn't have one last year. So let's just wait and see how that turns out, bro.
Yeah.
That's you.
Johnny says Dallas needs to just work on a trade with Indiana for Turner and Buddy Hield. They want Brunson, Rick drafted Green. He loves Powell, THC, etc. I mean, yeah, Indiana is a place where you probably want to talk to Rick and see if he wants his guys back. I also that Christian Wood thing we talked about before. I know Steven Silas is a fan of the guys, so he may be willing to help us out with that one as well. So
Buddy is like 30, 30 now, 31 now,
yeah, but
and
you know what he for though.
yeah, like I think we asked this before. Who's more consistent out of him and Tim Hardaway? They both can be very inconsistent, and I don't know, man. And Turner, I think what's on the side on Turner because of the injuries and stuff like that, and not a great rebounder, which is one of our weaknesses this season. Um,
Yeah,
I think
I think what we tired of, Ralph, is we tired of settling. We don't want to settle anymore. Like if
yeah,
we're gonna get the guy, we want to get a guy that's going to be that guy. I don't want to have to take chances like Eric Dampier and all that again. I don't want
yeah.
to do that. I want a guy that's going to come over here, even like a Nerlens Noel. That didn't work for us. I want a guy that we know, bring him over here, and he's going to do his job.
With that working, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, listen, we're not in the position anymore to just be like, oh, let's just get these projects. Like, bro, no, After what we just did this year, you need to, like you said, you need to get guarantees. Like guys,
Yeah.
like I know if I plug this guy in, he gonna put that work in, and that's what we need. Not any more projects, not any more guys. Like I mean, he could start. No, no, no. We need a starter at these positions, build on depth, and get guys and are going to contribute. Like we
Yeah.
said. Matter of fact, let me show it again. Gotta show it again, King. Look at this roster. Pretty much that whole entire bottom row is useless. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need that anymore. If you can get that whole second row to be contributors along with the top row, then you got me. Maybe a one guy down at the bottom, I say Frank down at the bottom. If you can go two rows and then one guy at the bottom, you got me. But we don't need any more of these bottom rows and then half of the second row of people that they can't contribute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem that we're having. Like, I don't want to just get people that's be getting people. I want to get guys in here that that's going to move the needle to us moving forward from not just making it to the Western Conference, but making it to the finals. Because look, we got Luka now, y'all. And we saw what we did this year. We're in a whole different position now. There's damn near championship of buzz for us now.
Bro, it's starting to look like 2007 Cleveland over again.
Yeah.
I know that's a bad thing to hear, but I'm not going to looking at those numbers and that team right there. That's starting to look like 2007 Cleveland.
And not only that, King, you don't want to follow down the path of the 2007 Cleveland team because guess what they did after that? They didn't build on to what they did.
They kept doing
we got
projects.
LeBron, we good.
They kept doing projects. They did
doing
Shaq old, Anton Jameson old, got your boy Larry Hughes when he was injured. They kept doing projects.
Kept doing projects. Like, you don't want to do that, man. Like, especially nowadays, man, where a lot of these younger guys are starting to pick up quicker. You got the Tatums, you got the Jaws, you know what I'm saying, the Bookers, all these guys who are starting to pick it up quicker. What's to say that their team doesn't say, like, you know what, let's add a couple more pieces, then bam, they're in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to have that same mind frame of like, look, we got Luka, who's a top 5 player in the league. Let's get as much as we can to help this guy get to that next level because we saw what we got this year with no disrespect of what we have. Just imagine you add more capable players on this team, man, and that'll boost you up even more. So yes, I don't want any more projects. I don't want any more projects. We over that. Those Moses Browns and all that, we're done with that, bro. I want to move forward and get some people that's going to be contributors on this team. Man.
You also know if Luka has to do less on offense, it'll help his defense.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Where we at?
Yes, you.
K Dub says Dallas is a trade exception that they have a deadline on draft night worth like $10 million. So we need to do a draft day trade and use that while we can. Yeah, that's what we just said, K Dub.
And I think we're gonna do a draft day trade. I really do. Because like you said, with that pick, that 10.9, all that can get you somebody, bro. That can get you somebody. And I think that's what Dallas is gonna end up doing. Charlie says, I really want us to keep our pick or even trade it down for 2 from OKC or the Magic, who both have early second round picks because I really like a lot of the late first, early second players.
I don't know if would them teams take that? Would they take out a pick if they already got a high draft pick? Do they want a 26 if they already got a high second round?
And not only that, if you're telling me that pick can get us something that we can use right now, that you know what they are right now, I'd rather do it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like if they decide to keep it and trade and pick somebody, I'm not tripping. But if you're telling me that pick can be used to get somebody, I'm gonna have to get that pick up. I'd rather do it that way than to move back and get more picks because that'd be more roster space that you're taking for a player that can actually come in and can contribute right now. Because what's the chance of that second round pick or either of those second round picks coming in and contributing right now? Yeah, you can say Jalen Brunson, but how many Jalen Brunsons are growing on trees? You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather if we can't, like I said, if we use that, we have that pick, I'd rather use it or draft somebody with that pick or use it in a trade. And I'm leaning more towards trade because listen, like I just said, y'all, the whole we building projects and all that stuff, that's kind of over right now. Dallas right now is in a position where from now on, every pick we get is going to be in the back of the draft.
Yeah.
We're not getting no more of those, 15s and 16s and all that. We're not getting that no more. You're going to be getting 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You know what I mean? Those are the picks you're going to be getting from now on. So if it has some type of value to where you can get somebody back right now that can contribute, all right, then 26 pick, you got to go, and a
Yeah.
second round pick. We still have it. So yeah,
You know what's wild? That it kind of sucks having a great player and them being able to do stuff on their own because you're stuck in that limbo. Because Luka being so great by himself, like we now in the 20s as far as drafting, when it's like
yeah,
other squads that have a one guy and nobody else, and they still losing and all, and they can draft these guys like you said before, like Golden State did
build
and
up.
all.
Yeah,
We can't do that because we got a guy that keeps us so relevant and so good by himself.
it's just like LeBron.
Yeah,
Remember, Cleveland wasn't getting no top 5 picks every year when LeBron was playing. You know what
look
I'm
at
saying? We was
Dirk.
getting in the back of the draft. Yeah, look at
Let's
Dirk.
talk of
We
Dirk.
was getting picks in the back of the draft every year. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah. Excuse me, that's you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Johnny says Christian Wood would be perfect for the Mavs. He would be our Walmart AD. He's a good screen and roller. He can score, rebound, pick and roll, pop, and is a love threat. Yes, but he also, like AD, gets hurt.
Oh man, Walmart. I like that Johnny B. Walmart AD. Only difference is he don't play no defense though, man. AD
Yeah,
play defense.
yeah. I'd have
That's
called
the
him
only
great
difference.
value, AD.
I guess my volume was low. Hey, y'all, let me know how it is now. Yeah, sorry we're having technical difficulty, y'all. This is matter of fact, I could have sworn too. I thought I fixed that, bro. 'Cause remember you said you could hear me.
Yeah.
What's this? Okay, hopefully that'll help. But yeah, sorry y'all. We using a new uh streaming
Streaming
service here too,
system.
y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're definitely trying to work this thing. Is that me or you? Okay,
I think it's
it's
you.
me or you. Oh, okay. Michael says the Sacramento trade was THJ, Josh Green, the White Powell, and a 22 first for Holmes and Barnes. Remember, it was a old was that free agent?
Nah, I wouldn't be with a
Uh,
O.
uh,
Oh,
no, not free agent. I don't know what that is. That traded Barnes.
it's
Oh,
right.
old front office. It's an
Yeah, I'm
old
about to
front
say it's
office.
probably gonna be something
They
simple.
traded, yeah, old front office. They traded Barnes going after Giannis pipe dream. Yeah,
I mean, I'd have went after that too, though, Micah. Though, like
and on top of that, you're gonna but not even that. You got to remember too. Barnes making 28 million. Did you really want to pay Barnes 28
yeah,
million?
he wasn't worth 28 mil.
No.
A guy making 28
And
mil
why?
should be able to lead your team.
Yep, exactly.
And that
And look
Giannis
what.
thing.
Oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, bro. I was gonna say that
No,
Giannis thing.
I was
I
just gonna
felt
say
like
one
we
thing.
would
I was just gonna say look at what DeRozan did. He's making 28.
exactly. And that Giannis thing, I think we both agree on this. If Giannis didn't go back to Milwaukee, I really think he was coming to Dallas.
Yeah, I really think he's going
I really
to
think he was
Dallas.
coming. He was going to come to Dallas.
TGK, what's good, man?
What up, TGK?
Let's see.
Our guy.
That's you.
Where I'm at. Johnny B says if we could steal Nick Claxton from Brooklyn and let him work under Tyson, I think he'd be a monster for us. Yes. So I'm saying, Johnny B. I think we may be able to steal Nick. I don't think Nick's a guarantee because of the issues going on in Brooklyn right now. Brooklyn doesn't even know if they're gonna keep KD right now. They have to decide if they're gonna sign Kyrie back, which they don't want to do. And then they're saying that KD may want to leave if Kyrie isn't there.
Bro, I would not sign Kyrie to no full term contract. I'm sorry. That's a huge gamble.
But then we can get Nick Claxton there.
Yeah. They might have a wholesale, but those two guys leave.
Every time I hear his name, I
Uh,
keep thinking of Speedy Claxton.
yeah, I do too. I do too. Being says Hartenstein is mad underrated and super efficient center. Said all the stats and advanced stats say this. We could get him cheap off the Clippers.
I told you, Ben. I said yes, but the only thing about it is that his style doesn't quite mesh. Like if we can get him for the low, he does some things that we need him to, but like he isn't shooting threes. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I don't see Hartenstein shooting any threes at all, and that takes away a lot of our offenses. When Luka isn't getting pick and rolls, is the 5-out spread, so Luka can just get downhill, and Hartenstein stops that completely.
I agree.
That's you, right?
No, it's you. I just read the
Oh.
first time.
Uh, he says, did anyone see the situation why Dragic didn't play in Toronto? His wife cheated on him with a personal trainer. He got divorced, or he will. She didn't want to play for Slovenia anymore. That's why he retired, and then she done him like that. Sad times. Yeah, I don't know about all that, Christian. That's wild.
Dang, I didn't know about that one either,
Yeah,
bro.
I didn't know he was going through a whole situation. That's
I thought he
sound
just didn't want to be there because he thought that Toronto wasn't good enough or whatever.
like, sound like some Steve Nash stuff.
Yeah. Oh, man of the hour. This is the man of the chair. This is our behind the
Hey.
scenes guy. Kid Neil in the building. He said, "Man, leave, leave Malik Monk where he is." My bad, Daryl. My bad. I know he definitely ain't giving it up, man. I know y'all definitely ain't giving him up.
K Dub says, guys, I don't think Luca will be in tip top shape. He will be tired after Eurobasket, especially if he goes far into the competition, maybe even Madeline. Yeah, that's what I said, K Dub. I'm
Yeah,
worried.
that's what we said, K Dub. Why we didn't really want him playing in that, man. But it's all good. Hopefully he'll kid him and kind of keep him on the straight and narrow there. Johnny B says it's looking like my DSJ reunion might not be happening after all. I told you, man. Listen, no
Yeah,
more projects, no more reclamation projects, none of that, bro. Like
yeah,
we're trying to win, man. We're trying to win. We're trying to
yeah.
get people in here that's gonna contribute. That was one of our problems, man. We didn't, depth. You know what I'm saying? Oh, appreciate it, Mount. Yeah. So it is. So I turned it up a little bit. I don't know which one I did at work, but yeah,
Like something worked.
yeah, some words.
Johnny says we need to let Boban go or sign him to an assistant role because he's washed at this point and we could use that roster spot. Yeah, man. Like,
Thank you.
why do they have all
Thank
these?
you.
Why is Theo Pinson? I guess Theo Pinson is the new Jared Dudley, but we already have Jared Dudley. Like, then sign him to an assistant contract, a coach. Like, why are these guys being? Why are these guys still players? If Theo Pinson just gonna sit on the bench and do that, why isn't he a coach?
No, and Theo Pinson had an excuse he was a two-way player. Boban didn't have
Yeah,
an excuse.
Boban
You
has
were
no excuse. No, you're
yeah,
right.
like why you not playing this guy, but you gonna sign him back? That makes no sense.
Yeah,
Like we're to the point now, like all this, we got to keep Lucas friends and all that, bro. We over that, bro. Like this is different now, bro. We trying to get higher aspirations here, bro. Like I'm sorry. Why would you sign a guy who's not going to play? You're taking up a
yeah,
roster spot.
yeah.
Let's
That's
see.
you, right?
Kato
That's you.
said, yeah. Kato says, "Are you guys going to watch the Euro basket?" I'm gonna try, man. I wish I knew what channel they were on. I definitely want to watch. Of course, want to watch Luca play, man. Who
Nah,
would not want to watch the dude play?
you gonna have to stream that, quote unquote.
I gotta find out how to stream it or where to stream it at.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch it. Though if not, I'm gonna watch the highlights at least. K Dub, but I'm gonna try to watch it. I watched the Olympics, and I was up in the middle of the night watching those.
Yeah, me too. Let's
Daryl says, could Levine and Oladipo be a possibility at the same time? I mean, I guess they could be. My thing right now is going back to
Oladipo
what we
wants
were
to.
saying earlier.
You gonna take a pay cut?
You think Oladipo? You think Oladipo wants to be a starter?
Yes.
That's and that's what worries me right there about having Oladipo.
Dang, that's a hard one. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question, bro. That's a good question because if he does, then I don't see us having. I don't see us being able to get both of them. I would love both of them, but our wing
I,
depth be stupid then, boy.
I don't think we should get. Would you take Oladipo as a starter? Like if he wants to be a starter, you still go for him. You got to change the starting lineup then.
Damn, that's a good question, bro.
And you remember Reggie struggled coming off the bench.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And then of course Jalen not gonna come with the bench. That's a good question, bro. I'm going to have to sleep on that one, King. Dang, I'm gonna sleep on that one. That's a good problem to have, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Charlie says, I really like EJ Lindell. He said for us in the draft or Nikola Jovic. I seen him, but he's definitely going to be before us. Yeah, I can see him going. he has some upside. I think I seen some of his highlights. He got some upside.
That's another Joker.
Is what it looking like.
just a little
Yeah,
different in the
like,
last
I think
name.
he like 16, I believe.
Mm,
Paul Reed is look at his highlights, King, when you get a chance. He
I
said
will.
Paul Reed isn't in the draft. He has been at the 76ers for 2 years now, and not getting many minutes. He's only
He's only
22.
22. I'll check him out. W. I will, Charlie.
Yeah, we're gonna check all these names that y'all recommended. Yeah, let me show this part here. Yeah, one says Christian Wood don't got deep. Yeah, we said that. That's why I was like, I'm kind of offense. Yeah, he can score with the best of them, man. He can put the ball on the floor, get his own, whatever. As a big, that's great to have too. If you have a big that can go get his own, that's great. But the
But
defense, we need you to be a good defender though.
I feel like that might just be effort though, like you said, Rel. Like
Like I
with him,
said, it's either
I feel like
one or
it's
the other, bro. Because he
I
did it
feel
in
like it's the
Detroit
effort.
too.
I just feel like it's the effort though, as far as not playing on a team that's playing for too much. If that makes sense.
I mean, you might be right. You might be right. But I don't know if I want to take that chance though.
He looked awesome when he's with James Harden at the beginning of that run, before James Harden left.
Mm-hmm.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Charlie says, in my opinion, we need to keep JB plain and simple. I do not like the risk of getting Levine over JB when JB has shown so much potential and will be less money while Levine is injury prone. First, I'm chuckling at that because to hear folks say that now after the whole year, during the year, and talking about JB and all, people saying we got to keep JB and all that. That's awesome. But I thought about that too, Charlie, with Levine being injury prone. He just got another knee scope again, and he's tore his ACL. He just got one done. He's just recovering from right now, I believe. But his upside is just so much better than JB's, and like JB isn't a knockdown shooter. Zach LaVine is a great value Vince Carter. That's what he is. He's a great value Vince Carter. He's a dunker. He shoots the three ridiculously. He can shoot the mid range. Like if Zach LaVine's wide open, I think it's going down. Like it's not like, oh man.
We talk about levels. He can score on every level.
Yeah. So that's what I think about with him. So JB, yeah, I don't want to get rid of JB because he's homegrown and all. I said it again. I like keeping those guys and letting them develop, as we said earlier about like Golden State and all. But man, Zach LaVine, just the thought of what Zach LaVine could do to our team, just how much he can make it easier for Luka. Like we think JB would question if he's gonna have 20 points this game. I think Zach LaVine is just right in 25. That's how I feel with Zach LaVine. Like you just write it in, probably 25 a day, 25 a day. Like that's how I feel about Zach LaVine. So we'll see. It's hard decisions for Nico.
Yeah, it really is. That's where you make the big bucks.
Yeah.
K Dub says, I'm hoping for a big offseason, but at the same time, I'm scared of the outcome because it could go good or bad, and Luka is now expecting us to be far in the playoffs every year, so we need to do something. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like that, the times of us like let's just try this guy out type of thing. Them times are over now. You know what I mean? It's over. Like we're trying to win a championship now, so you need to get people in here that's gonna be able to contribute. Cause I just showed y'all the roster. That whole entire bottom row is useless. Half of the second row is useless. Like you need to start building on depth, and if you can do that, man, as much as possible without touching as much as of our core, then I say go for it, man. Cause we already know what Luka can do. He can definitely make our team better, man. Whoever you put on there.
Charlie says, how is Kyrie a gamble now that the ban is lifted and he can play home games? Kyrie is the most skilled player of all time. He better get his money. A couple of things, Charlie. I've been for Kyrie. This guy right here, he hates Kyrie. I think that Kyrie was the perfect partner for LeBron, and I think he'd be the perfect partner like type for Luka as well. But I do understand that he brings baggage to every team, and that's an issue you got to deal with. But also, I want folks to stop saying Kyrie is the most skilled player of all time. That is not true. That is not true. Isn't
what you got?
Basketball is more than dribbling and shooting, right?
Yeah.
Kyrie not one of the best passers in the league. Isn't that a skill?
Nope. Yep. Yes, sir.
He's not one of the best defenders in the league. Isn't that a skill?
Yes, sir.
So how is he the most skilled player in history? I think Kawhi Leonard more skilled than Kyrie.
Hey, you not preaching to me.
Oh, okay, but I
Y'all know
mean,
how I feel about
I
Kyrie.
appreciate that. No, but
I go on Kyrie all day. Y'all know, you know how I am.
because he can dribble and turn and do a shot, so he's the most skilled. You can say he's the most skilled offensive player.
You can
Maybe
say he's the most skilled ball handler.
Yeah, most skilled ball handler, but he's not the most. He's not the best shooter in the league. He's a great shooter. He's not the. He's the best. He's the best at ball handling and probably the best at finishing under the rim for a little man. But other stuff I can like. He's not a great. He's not the greatest rebounder. Like that's a skill. Like it's so many other
You
things
said
other
assist
than
guy. I
just
think his career is like 5.
if that. I thought it was 4 something.
That's a backup assist numbers.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't. Jalen Brunson was averaging that before he was a starter. So yeah, I'm tired of that little. Everybody keeps throwing out these hyperboles of Kyrie is this and all that. Come on, man. Kyrie, if he was that skilled, he'd be multiple time champion and a number 1 on the team. He still isn't the number 1 on the team that has done anything for a team. So I love Kyrie, but he is nowhere near the most skilled player of all time. Allen Iverson more skilled than Kyrie, and he was the number 1 that made it to the finals.
Preach. Hold on. Shots. Okay. No, I agree with you. Like I said, just look at the example of Boston. When Kyrie was there, before Kyrie got there, Eastern Conference Finals. Kyrie was there and he was hurt, Eastern Conference Finals. Kyrie is gone, Eastern Conference Finals. When Kyrie was there, they struggled and got swept in the second round. They barely made it out the first. Like you said, Kyrie, and look at Brooklyn. The situation in Brooklyn. It's not just this year. Look at the couple years prior to this year. Like Kyrie does not make anybody better. Like King said, he's more of a headache than anything. Now we're talking about, you heard Nico say that, we're talking about chemistry and people being a fit. Do you really think Kyrie's personality is going to fit here with this team? It's nice to say, he can dribble and shoot and score and all that. That's great. But what else are you bringing to the team? You're not a great defender. You don't make anybody better. You're not going to set anybody up. So, and on top of that, your attitude and the way you approach the game, bro, is not the same as everybody else in this locker room. So, no, I do not want Kyrie. And that's a reason why, if Kyrie is all this great, there's a reason why other teams aren't just lining up to sign him this offseason. There's a reason why Brooklyn is hesitant on extending him this offseason. So, yes, I do not want Kyrie Irving, and it's showing all these examples I just gave you is why I don't want him.
Is
Kyrie, anybody else wants him right now.
Is Kyrie a top 10 player in the league right now?
No.
So how is he the most talented player in NBA history?
Like I said, you preach.
Is he more skilled than Kobe?
Oh no. He think he Kobe. That's his problem.
Is he more skilled than Kobe? No. So how is he most skilled player of all time?
No, Kobe probably one of the most top. He's top 5 skilled.
As far as skilled of all time, yes. Yeah. Because Kobe Bryant had to overachieve because he had small hands and things like that to make himself better. That's what he did. Kyrie isn't that guy.
Everybody's game and made it and culminated in his game.
James Harden more skilled than Kyrie, and I'm not even a James Harden guy.
And you love James Harden.
That's you. I can't stand James. I like Kyrie better than James Harden, but I'll tell the truth.
Bro, I can't stand that one, to be honest with you. Shout out to my brother-in-law. My other brother-in-law. Let's see. That me or you?
That's you.
I actually like Theo. He can actually he can actually ball when you let him play.
They ain't letting him play though.
That's the thing.
So he got Chuck the Deuces. K-Dub says, as much as I like Luka playing for Slovenia, it's scary for his longevity and image. If he got injured, that will affect the team, and he's a superstar NBA player, not a bench guy or something. This is so risky because they will target Luka in Eurobasket again. Yeah, K-Dub, I get scared because there's so much mileage on his body, and it makes me think about, like, we got used to dirt, playing 21 years and all. Luka plays a bunch of basketball, and he's played a bunch of basketball before he even got to the NBA. So that does scare me. I mean, I feel like what the Mavericks are probably doing, which they're I guess is all you can do because he's Slovenian. So it might not, it doesn't feel the same to us, but I know he's doing it for his country. Like Luka, it's a country of what, like 2 million people, I think. Or so. Mm-hmm. So I know what he's doing, and you can't stop him from doing that because it's the right thing to do, I guess. But they're probably gonna wait for him to have an injury. That's probably what it's going to be, and it's what it's going to take. And then from there, tell him he has to slow it down. It's the only thing I see.
Yeah, that sucks, bro. Johnny B says, "What do y'all think about Jonathan Isaacs? I know he's coming off an injury, but he's a really good all around player. No, I'm good on Jonathan Isaac.
If we can get it for the if we can get it for the low, I take him. Like for like a one and
I'm
one.
gonna need you to throw like 85 more lows in there, King. Did you say low, 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 low?
Johnny, I
Or
mean Jonathan Isaac though, man. If he's not hurt,
yeah.
Jonathan Isaac is a
Only thing
beast.
about Jonathan Isaac, like his defense is whew. Like as
Yeah.
far as like you said, Johnny, defense is stupid. Like he would be perfect for our team as far as defense, but his offense is still developing, man. After being in the league this long, and a lot of that has to do with the fact he can't stay healthy. And so it's like, what is he? It's a question. I think I asked a few of the guys before on the old videos, like, what is Jonathan Isaacs? So that's the
Can
only
he
part about him.
can he beat Tyson Chandler?
I think he can. I think he'd be better than Tyson Chandler if he
That's
develop his offense.
that's what I'm saying. Do you think it? Do you think
Oh,
his offense
defense,
can
yeah.
develop? Do you think his offense can develop from what you've seen, like catch loves and all,
Oh,
like Tyson Chandler does
he can
or
stretch the
did?
floor.
Okay, so you think more of a pop. You don't think I want somebody that can roll. I know we want the pop, but I want to roll as well.
I
I think
don't
Luca.
remember him rolling. That's the thing, though. I'm trying to play it in my head. Like I've seen Jonathan Isaac play.
Because he got
Well,
long
shout,
arms and all,
well,
right?
shout out to Will. Will is he's a Florida State fan, so I definitely follow Isaac because of him. But yeah, like great defender. He got Kevin Garnett type of defense. It just his offense. I don't remember him rolling to the basket. He's always been a pop guy. He could put the ball on the floor a little bit too, just a little bit. That's another one from Johnny. He says, I also think Gary Harris will be a good addition to the team off the bench with Spencer. I
I
like
like
Gary
that.
Harris. I take
I
him off
like
the
that.
bench.
I
I
would
take
too.
him off the bench. Okay, Johnny, you out here with us today?
That's a
You've
good.
been
That's a
on
good
Twitter,
one,
Johnny. I know.
John. Christian says, "When is the next live? You should do a schedule or something. I love to come here and interact about the team I love." So as Ralph said earlier, we're going to do 2 shows a week, probably around 10 o'clock both times. 10 p.m. on Tuesdays and 10 a.m. on Fridays, and then we may try to squeeze something in between there and all. But the set schedule for right now is 10 p.m. on Tuesdays and 10 a.m. on Fridays, but things may change, dealing with work and things like our schedules. We'll let you
Or
guys know
like
that.
say something like major trade come down, and
Yeah,
before either of them days, of course we're gonna hop on and talk to y'all about it or whatever. But yeah, but like you said, Tuesdays and Fridays for right now. That's our set schedule for the off season until further notice. Let's see. Let's try to get the rest of these, King.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, you take
Charlie
it there.
says, yeah, Charlie says, who else would be a great two for Luca? Some guy called KP Dungeon Pong. Man,
Man, KP still his if it would have worked out right and he had the right mindset, I still think it could have worked. I used to say KP was the key to him making this team a championship level team, and he was. I really do still think he was, but just the mindset, his ability to play and stay on the floor, and just
and
what
another thing too, King. I just thought about this. Somebody brought this up the other day. Do you know why Golden State works so well, other than like their system or whatever? You want to know why they
this
work so well?
their selflessness.
Thank you. And you touched it on the head right there. Like
Yep,
KP got kind of jealous of Luca, and it's like, well, look what Luca's doing.
bro.
Like you don't come with what?
It can only work that way. Look at Dwayne Wade.
Yeah,
It can only
because
work that
Dwayne
way.
Wade could have been like, "No, this is my team," and look what did he do? Here you go, LeBron. You carry the team. It's your
You
team or whatever.
you the better player. I mean, it is what it
Yeah,
is.
and KP didn't have that type of mind frame, which is crazy to me. Because like, bro, you not a dog, bro. You not a dog. That's why I don't understand. Like, how you not understand this dude's better than you, bro? Like, he give you opportunities and you still messing up out here. Can't post nobody up and all that stuff, which we got into at nauseum. Let's see. Johnny B says people talking about Wood don't play defense. Neither does 75% of the team. But with our defensive scheme, I think Wood will be great. All he has to do is contest at the rim.
That's what I said too, Johnny. That's what I'm saying. As far as just, I think it might work.
Um, the thing about that is, Johnny. So you say 75% of the team. Let's break this down. The White Powell isn't the greatest defender, but he plays better defense than Christian Woods. Maxi Kleber plays better defense than Christian Woods. Who else do we have? It's a boy named Marquise Chris, who does not play, plays better defense than Christian Wood. So, but to say that it's a scheme, it's not the scheme. It's definitely about effort and you actually going out there and trying. And it's not just for Houston. He's done this with Detroit too, which is why Detroit wasn't hesitant on signing him back.
Yeah.
So for you to be a big and you refuse to play defense, so yeah, that's why I'm kind of hesitant on Christian Wood. Not saying the dude is talented, one of the best offensive bigs in the league, can put the ball on the floor and go get his own at that position. That's great. But the staple of this team is our defense. And if you're not going out there, you're not trying, you're not giving any effort, the same stuff y'all criticize Luka for, at least Luka tries on defense on most nights. You know what I'm saying? But with him, he doesn't do it at all. And that's been his knock on both teams that he played for. So that's why we're talking about him not playing defense. Or I'm talking about him not playing defense.
So my thing, I think Dwight Powell got more recognition as a defender this year. After this year, I don't think he was really seen as a defender before this year.
Yeah.
So I feel like with Christian Wood here, if the rest of the team plays defense, I feel like his upgraded offense would be really felt a lot. I don't think he'd do too much worse than what Dwight Powell would have done on defense, and he has the ability to do more, I think, if he actually puts his mind to it. So I just weigh what we'd be losing, to what we'd be gaining, and I think he would be a better. I think I'd go for him. That's just my personal opinion. I'd take the chance.
No, they would have say we just got Christian Woods. I'm gonna be mad, but I'm just saying, like, as far that's my trepidation on him, bro. It's the defensive part because he's has not shown effort or look like he doesn't even play defense at all in the 2 stops that he's had. So that's the only good thing with him. Because like I said, if people want to use the example of Luka, it's like, yeah, but Luka's defense doesn't hurt the team. Christian Wood's defense hurts his teams, which is why both of the teams were bad. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let's see. Chart over
here. I'm going down to Charlie. Please get the Charlie. He said,
"Oh my God!"
He said, "Kyrie is
a great passer."
Let me pull this up. I got to pull this up on my phone right now while we talk.
He's one of the best defenders at his position.
Oh my goodness,
Charlie! Oh, you watching Kyrie?
Yeah, I guess he's a better defender than what he used to be. But he ain't no best defender at his position. He's just an older man now that has been playing
Charlie,
in the league.
Nobody in the league ever said that Kyrie is a lockdown defender, bro. That's one thing.
How many all defensive teams, Kyrie? How many all defensive teams?
Kyrie has been all defensive ever since he's been not in the league. Okay. He ain't touched no all defense or nothing. So if that's the case, then why hasn't he been on an all defensive team if he's a great defender, as you say?
Got you. And Kyrie is Kyrie for his career, he's a point guard, right?
Yes, sir.
He's a point guard.
Yes.
His career.
That means you set everybody else up.
Yeah. His career average is 5.7 assists.
No, that can't be right. He's a great passer, King. He's a great passer.
5.7 assists as a point guard.
No. That's probably per quarter. You sure you say per quarter on there?
It's his career, 5.7. And he's the most skillful player ever and all that, right? For the regular season, he shot under 47% from the field. But he's so skilled and can do so much. You feel me? And I'm not saying that's not a bad percentage. It's not bad to shoot under 40.
Oh, no, it's not.
46.9. That's not horrible, but that ain't no most skilled.
Nah. I will pass. Oh, Johnny, I guess Johnny agree with you. He says Kyrie is incredible. Watch your mouth. He be light years ahead of everybody on the team not named Luka. Oh, no, we ain't saying he ain't light years ahead of him, but do you want that headache in his locker room? Because like I just told you a minute ago, if Kyrie is so great, why isn't Brooklyn just adamant about signing him to a long-term deal? Why are there reports coming out that if he doesn't sign with Brooklyn, the other team is not going to be jumping to get him as soon as he leaves Brooklyn? Like, there's reason. He's that great. Why aren't teams beating down Brooklyn's door to get him? We're not hearing reports about all these other teams trying to get him. They're trying to stay away from him. And Brooklyn is right now with a gun to their head trying to figure out, dang, should we sign this guy or what? Like, we really don't want to sign him, but it's like, what should we do? You know what I'm saying? Which is why it's rumors you hear about KD coming to Dallas or whatever. So,
Didn't Kyrie and all they said the restriction is over, right? That's what they said.
Yeah.
So why didn't Brooklyn just sign him back that easy? The restriction over. They don't got to worry about that.
Why aren't we hearing about Brooklyn signing him back?
Restriction over. Y'all got me talking against Kyrie, and I like Kyrie. Y'all got me on Rel side right now.
Like, nah, I'm passing on Kyrie, bro. I can do a whole lot better. I can get Victor Oladipo and still feel a whole lot better, bro. Because I know he ain't finna come here with a headache. Nah, I'm good. Dang, we got almost 2 hours, bro. We got whew, you got a long way to go, huh? Oh, we got that much. Okay, hold on. Let's try to run through these, bro.
Hakeem Olajuwon is more skilled than Kyrie. But don't. I mean, hey, I mean, all Kyrie can do is dribble the ball better than Hakeem Olajuwon. But you know that we don't know. That's the only skill.
KDL says, I've seen a lot of NBA draft players talk about how
Hoping to
hoping to
be
be
like
like
Luka.
Luca. Yeah, hoping to be like Luca, comparing themselves to him, show how popular Luca is and how much people look up to him. Yeah. A few videos back, we named some players who are kind of in that Luca vein. You got Danny over in Washington. You got what's the boy name in
Josh,
Oklahoma City? Josh
Josh
Giddey in
Giddey.
Oklahoma. You got Kate Cunningham in Detroit. A lot of these
Yeah.
players now, man, are
The
starting to try to like
DeJounte Murray changed his game up to be like Luka.
yeah, DeJounte Murray. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like a lot of these guys are starting to kind of change their game up and kind of into that same like Luca mode or whatever. Charlie says it's Kobe and Kyrie for most skill, but Kyrie can do it while being smaller. No one can finish at the rim better than Kyrie at his side. No, you're right.
But is that
But
you said
he's not the
skill
most
though?
skilled though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not the only skill. Is finishing at the rim. If that's the point, then Tony Parker is one of the most skilled players.
Yeah, no, his godfather, Raj
Rod Strickland,
Strickland, who he got his game from. So yeah.
God Sham God, Rayford Austin. If that's all it, I didn't know that's all that mattered to be skilled.
Yes, amount. He's even more skilled. You're right.
I didn't want to say that one amount because that was simple.
Yeah, that's a guess given. We didn't name that. We were just kind of saying more in his level of player as he was saying. So yeah. Kid says, hey, now make you we say hey now make you keep the separation between Bean and Kyrie. Now,
Yeah,
hey,
they're
it's
not on
not
the
us,
same
Dirk.
level, man. That's wild.
That's
No,
not us,
bro.
bro. We trying to set them straight. We just trying to set them straight. It's not us.
Kyrie has never had a winning. Is like never been a winning player without LeBron James.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm.
Got to answer this one, King. Go ahead and answer this one.
Go ahead. Luka is an offensive prodigy, but Luka is a defensive liability. People need to stop acting like he is a complete package. So Christopher, I don't think they talk about him as a complete package, but his defense isn't really a liability. So let me try to explain this the right way.
I
Trey
got some
Young,
examples. But go ahead. Thank you. There you go.
Trey Young's defense is a liability. I don't think Trey Young can really do much to even play defense. Like he's too small. Like it's hard for him to play defense. Luka can play defense when he decides to play it, but he decides not to because I think he gets in the modes where he gets tired or he's doing too much on offense and stuff like that. So people will take advantage of him. I think it's really just that's why people talk about the conditioning and things like that, so that he can play defense more often than not. But we're not talking about he's like his defense is perfect right now, Christopher. Like we know what it is, but it was a point in the year in the regular season where he was a top guy at his position as far as defensive rating. So he was giving it some, but then when it came time for him to be playoff Luka, he just stopped worrying about defense as much. It was streaky.
Yeah.
We talked about that during the year too, bro. During the times when it was happening.
He's shown more potential at defense than Trey Young has.
And he gets two steals a game.
He led in all categories and for the team except for blocks.
Yep.
Charlie says, please don't mention James Harden name and skill in the same sentence.
Y'all just don't like people when y'all say that.
He said all he does is stumble into the paint and gets calls. He has no footwork and it says and can't finish at the rim. What can't finish at the rim when all his game predicates is getting to the rim and shooting threes.
Are they talking about? Hold up, Charlie. Are you just watching the NBA within like the last 1 or 2 years? Have you not seen James Harden drop people like all the time? He doesn't have any footwork. And then he gets to the rim. He only shoots threes and gets to the rim. That's all he was doing.
No, Amount, we agree. We agree. We not definitely not saying. Oh, you're probably not talking to us, but yeah, we
Yeah, he
definitely agree
said
with
they're
you on
not
that.
more skilled. They are. They Larry
Yeah,
Bird more skilled than Kyrie Irving. Magic
everybody
Johnson
you
more
name.
skilled.
Matter of fact, amount you probably can name more than that.
Yep.
Probably can name more than that. Christopher Jones says the problem with Luka is finding players that play good with Luka, whereas Luka can be so ball dominant to where he shoots his teammates out of the
No,
game.
no, I don't believe that. I will not say. I will not fall for that foolishness they trying to say. They have gotten nobody over here for Luca. So you can't. It can't be both sides. Where it's like, well, the problem with finding players for Luca. Well, we haven't found any players for Luca. So how can we say it's a problem if it's never happened yet?
Two things on this one. I'm gonna answer this because I'm getting tired of Luka slander. It's getting ridiculous. Two things. Most of the matter of fact, let me go ahead and show this real quick, bro, because I need
Again,
you to
bring
understand
it up.
something. Yeah, I need to
Bring it
show
back.
this again. So, Christopher, can you explain to me on this list real quick? Who on this list? Let's take a look out of the equation. Who on this list do you trust to get more ball handling responsibilities than Luca? If you're still in the chat, please answer that for me. Who on this list do you trust to get more ball handling opportunities than Luca? Now, if you're gonna answer Jalen Brunson or Spencer Dinwiddie, let's go ahead and break that down too. So what was it, game 5, when Luka did not have the ball in his hands for a whole entire half of a quarter, and they let those two guys that you say should have an opportunity, what did they do in 6 minutes? Because last time I checked, in those 6 minutes, that was the time where Dallas was down by double digits, almost 20 points, when those two guys were controlling the ball, and you took the ball completely out of Luka's hand, and he stood in the corner. So
Bro,
I'm trying to figure out, hitting the ball out of Luka's hand, who on that team you giving the ball to then? Because like King just said, it's not like Brunson is just going to set a ton of people up. Because guess what? Brunson plays the exact same way Luka plays. And he's only averaging between 4 to 5 assists a game. So he's not looking to set nobody up. And Spencer Dinwiddie was so-so over throughout the whole entire playoffs. So those two guys are the guys you're going to trust to control the game for over Luka?
it's because they beat Utah. It's because they beat Utah 2 games. Everybody want to
We're
say he would
talking
act
about
like
the same Utah that struggled the whole entire second half of the season.
a Rel. Let me ask you a question. JB, did JB go off health and safety protocols this year? Did he go off of that? He didn't, did he?
No.
Okay. So when Luka was up for health and safety protocols, I mean, he was playing, right?
Yes, sir.
And what did we talk about? The team managed to stay at what while he was gone?
500.
500.
Matter of fact, do you know what the Mavericks record was when Luka wasn't playing?
You tell him.
8-9.
All right.
And they got 2 of those wins towards the end of the season.
Yep.
So before we got Spencer Dinwiddie, that means Jalen Brunson was the guy. That means you were 7-9 without Luka. So you want that guy to be your guy.
Hey, wildin', man. Y'all do know that Jalen Brunson is overachieving now because he's playing with Luka. Y'all do know the reason that everybody's looking at Jalen Brunson and all is because he's playing with Luka. Y'all do know that, right?
And it's also the same Jalen Brunson that y'all talking about trading for Zach LaVine. But y'all want these guys to have the ball more than Luka.
The same Jalen Brunson they said they don't want to play in the playoffs because he choked the first year. That same Jalen Brunson. But now Luka's holding him back, though he had the best playoffs of his career this year. But Luka's holding him back.
And thank you, Amount. Thank you. Luka's ball dominant because no one else on this team can dribble. Like, you trust anyone? You want Tim Hardaway to be the facilitator? You want Dodo to be the facilitator? Do you want Reggie to be the facilitator? Do you want Maxey? Do you want Bertans? Do you want Dwight Powell, who didn't show up at all?
Trey Burke, man. We want Trey Burke.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Play option. We want Trey Burke to come do it.
Right.
He the guy.
The guy who wanted to play when it was garbage time, but yeah.
Yeah, that guy. I can't believe they're saying he's so ball dominant. Who should have the ball in their hand? That's what I'm looking at. Like,
and that's what I'm just asking. Who are those guys do you want to have the ball in
hand? Be dribbling.
Y'all not. Sometimes you wonder y'all watching the games, bro.
Y'all know the way they get Luka to rest is to let guys like Dodo and them bring the ball up the court when nobody's pressing them, and then give it back to Luka. Because if guys are pressing these guys, they wouldn't bring the ball up the court because they can't dribble. But okay, I don't know what game. I don't. We're just trying to find a way to discredit Luka. Like that's the problem I be having. Like this is wild. Like we're discrediting our superstar. He got us to the Western Conference Finals with this team that we got on the screen right here, and we talking about he needs to do stuff different. No other team in the Western Conference Finals that was one of the last four had one superstar. None. Or one star play, I should say at least. None. He got him to the Western Conference Finals with this team. That's wild.
He says, explain why Brunson and Dinwiddie succeeded more with him off the floor. So, like I said, if they succeeded more, okay, then all right, let's do this then, Chris. If we take Luke off this team, is this team going to the Western Conference Finals?
Hey, Rel, wasn't it a game where Luka had 40, JB had 30 something, and Spencer Dinwiddie had 20, and we lost?
Yeah,
I believe we had that game when nobody else showed up, right? That was a game this year in the playoffs, right?
Yeah,
but they succeeded more when he wasn't on the floor.
Like I said, Luka stood in the corner for 6 minutes in the quarter, in the third quarter of Game 5. And those two guys you just named off were controlling the offense. What did we do in those 6 minutes? Yeah. So because they had the ball in those 6 minutes, that's when we end up falling to over 20 points. We were below 20 points. Then when Luka tried to play a hero ball, it was too late then. Because those two guys that you said do better without Luka costed you a blowout. Like, bro, I'm confused. Like, what game are you watching?
Almost every game, Luka gives the ball to JB first and tells him, go ahead and do your thing.
They gave that boy the ball a whole half of a quarter, King.
Oh, I know they do that all the time, but everybody just keeps faulting. No, Luka does what he does because the other guys fail. So when the other guys fail, he's like, well, if I don't do what I do, then we're not going to be in this game at all.
They played better without Luka, but yet they were 8-9 without Luka. Now, King, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but 8-9, is that a winning record?
No, not at all.
I guess it's funny. Memphis is like 20-2 without their guy, but we're 8-9 without ours. But they're better though. Yeah, trade Luka.
Man, I don't get the statements at all that's being said. Like I guess Jaylen Brown is the reason Jason Tatum struggled yesterday.
Yeah,
I guess that's the reason. I don't understand what people be saying, but.
Like I said before, it's only our fan base because I don't hear Boston fans killing Tatum.
Wouldn't you love to have a Jaylen Brown on this team, so that if Luka could get 14 points, even though we don't expect like you said earlier, Rel, if Luka could get like a 14-point game, we still win. When is the last time you guys seen that game happen where Luka can get a subpar game and it's like, man, we win. He had a horrible game today. We won.
Like I just said, Steph Curry had 15 points in Game 5. Mm-hmm. He was the fourth leading scorer on their team, and they still won. When the last time you seen that with us? Man, we're gonna probably have to wrap this up, King. It's already 2 hours. I apologize, y'all. We are running behind on all of this right now. We can definitely pick this up again on what's that, King?
I was gonna say just run through them and don't read them if you see stuff. Like K-Dub said real quick, do you think Luka could be the next NBA billionaire? Yes, it depends on how long he stays in the league because he will be the highest paid player based off him getting his extension already. But it's longevity basically now to see if he can do that. Then Johnny said, I think Wood would play better deep in the situation. I believe that as well. Charlie said, do you see the Celtics series? Kyrie was scoring at insane efficiency and playing great D while giving up length against Brown and Tatum if KD didn't demand the ball. So now it's KD's fault that Kyrie didn't. Man, what do y'all think? So you'd rather have Kyrie than KD?
Oh, my
God. Okay.
I love y'all.
Yeah, I love y'all too. But this is that's crazy.
That's asinine, bro. Man, oh my God. I've never heard any. I didn't hear Brooklyn saying they want to sign Kyrie and get rid of KD. I'm hearing Brooklyn does not want to re-sign Kyrie.
Yep.
So
Your boy Charlie says James has zero footwork in the post and all that. He does all that, but he still managed to average 36 points a game for a season. And was in the MVP talk every year for 1 point. Was second place if he wasn't number one. when he could have won MVPs. And he averaged, this guy averaged at 1 year 28, 12, and 8. James Harden. But you're wild. You
Let me
got.
ask these last 2 questions
I love you
before
guys.
we go.
Go ahead.
Chris, you're right. And we said that if you can build a team the way Golden State is, to where the ball is constantly moving, it'll make it easier for Luka. You're right. We're not disagreeing with that. But for you to make a blank statement as if like, oh, Luka should have did that this year. I'm showing y'all the roster right now. Who on this team was gonna take that pressure off of him? Like you just said, that you pretty much said the team was better without Luka. And I just told you their record. They were 8-9 without Luka. That's not a winning record. Now, if they went out there and was going 20-2, you might have an argument. Like with what's the boy name? With John Morant. You would have an argument. But every last one of these key guys were either second round picks or undrafted. We don't have no talent like that on this team. So Luka is working with what he got, which is why they compared this team to the 2006 Cavalier team. Because of what we did, we weren't supposed to do that this year. Look at this roster. Bruh. That don't scream a championship team right there. Luka took this roster to the Western Conference Finals. Nobody else would have done that.
Hey, bro, Kyrie done played with, since LeBron came back, he played with LeBron. He's done played with, I guess, Kevin Love. You can call that guy on there. He's played with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Terry Rozier and all that stuff on that team. He's played with KD and what's his name, James Harden, and all on that team. We talk about guys that are like high picks. KD and Kyrie are both a number 1 and a number 2 pick. You got James Harden there, was a number 3 pick, I believe.
Yeah.
Then so that's a 1, 2, 3. LeBron and Kyrie were both the number 1 picks. You got we can go up the picks for the Boston Celtics as far as Jason Tatum, what, number 3 pick again?
He was number 3, and Brown was number 3.
So we looking at the Mavs roster right now.
And Horford was a lottery pick.
There you go. So we looking at the Mavs roster again. We got Luka, who was a number 3 pick, and then we got Reggie Bullock, who was like 26. You can go to Trey Burke. I think he was a lottery pick, but he's been done since. Frank Ntilikina was a lottery pick that was basically thrown away, and Josh Green was the 18th pick. That's it. I'm just trying to figure out what guys you guys are seeing on this team where you're like, okay, play like KD and Kyrie. What guy? You remember when they said the same thing about LeBron when he played with Cleveland.
Yeah.
They said the same thing about LeBron when he played with Cleveland. Oh, he can't play this different. He can't play a different way. He can't do this. No, the issue was that he didn't have the right guys on his team. That's why he eventually left Cleveland. He left that team because they couldn't get the team together for him. Man. Yeah, I know Christian. I see Christian last thing. He right though.
And Young, right, too. Because the fans are delusional. Like, fam, do you not see this roster? And we shouldn't even been to thank you. Which is what I just said. We shouldn't even went to the West Conference Final with this roster. Which is why a lot of people are not picking us to even make it out the first round this year. So for Luka to do what he did, bro, that's kudos.
Yeah,
you take Luka off that team. You think that team is making it to the West Conference Final without Luka? No.
Bro, they beat a 64-win team, and in game 7, Luka had as many points as the other team. And y'all saying, oh, play a little bit more team basketball.
I'm guaranteeing you, if Luka you take Steph off of Golden State and put Luka on there, he'll play a little bit more team basketball. Like, ain't nobody on this team better than anybody off that Golden State Warriors team. So, like, come on.
If Luka wouldn't have scored as much as he was scoring and we played more team basketball against Golden State, we'd have been done it for and blown out every game.
That's going to be the last one here. Like you said, Christian says, one of these days, fans will be crying when Luka says that to his agent, Bill Duffy, to trade him, and they'll see what being a lottery team means, while Luka will be in Miami or LA chilling and winning. Yeah, I've said that a million times, K-Dub. I said that a million times. We're the only fan base that does that to our superstar. Because remember, a lot of y'all probably do remember this. They were doing the same thing to Dirk.
Yep.
Now, all of a sudden, everybody loved him when he won that championship. It's the same thing here. Like I said, Tatum then had like 2 games in the playoffs where he shot 3 for 17. And I didn't hear not one Boston fan killing him. Not one Boston fan killing him. And for him to go out there and score 12 and for his team to still win the game, when's the last time you seen Luka score 12? We won the game.
A lot of our fans or a lot of the Glow Gang may be younger. and not notice. But y'all do know for most of the great players, they've had the same conversation before. Michael Jordan had the same conversation when he was young. Michael Jordan, when he didn't have a squad around him, why do you think the guy that's right next to Luka as far as all-time scoring is Michael Jordan? Because at first he was putting like 40 a game against all these squads when he first got to the playoffs, because he was basically a team that was under 500 sometimes making the playoffs. And then he would get there and then have to put up 63 to have a chance and then lose. He would put up 63 against Boston and lose.
And got swept, matter of fact.
But then say, you know what? He should have played more team basketball with that team.
If you look at that roster, who was on that team?
His first 3 years, he won one game in the playoffs. His first three playoff series, he's won one game in the playoffs.
One.
That's it. He got swept the other 2 times.
But yeah, man, that's gonna probably do it, King. Yeah, y'all wilding, man. Y'all wilding. Y'all wow.
We still love y'all, though.
Yeah, we definitely still love y'all, man. Like I said, y'all make the show, man. But yo, listen, if you enjoyed the content, guys, if you're into Mav content, there will be more videos here for you guys. Like I said, we're gonna be here on every Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday evening 10 p.m., Friday morning 10 a.m. So you guys can join us here on We Talk Mavs on the Glow Mavs production. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. If you are here for more Mav content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so whenever we get ready to drop our video, you guys will be the first to know. Also, if you enjoyed the content today, guys, this morning, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. That would help us out a lot. Still trying to get to our next goal of our first 1,000 subscribers. We're a little over halfway there, and we definitely appreciate the ones who have subscribed, and we definitely will appreciate the ones who are about to subscribe. We definitely would appreciate that too. Also, you see our socials down here at the bottom. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at We Talk Mavs, and us all one word, and also follow us on Instagram at We Talk _Mavs on Instagram. King, is there anything else I'm missing, man?
Share. Share to everybody you can. Share to people that you don't think would watch the show. Just keep sharing.
Yes, sir. And I apologize if my audio was bad at the beginning, y'all. Because like I said, this is a new we trying a new streaming service. I know a lot of people were complaining about the lagging and all that stuff with the other one. So we trying to find another one here. This one seems to be, I like this one so far. So yeah, I apologize for that. We'll get better at it, y'all, as time goes on. But yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all still rocking with us, though, man. And we over 2 hours, man. God, 1 o'clock here. But yeah, we definitely appreciate that, guys. But with all that being said, we will be back here Tuesday evening, guys. Same Mav time, same Mav channel. It is your boy Rail. I got my co-host King. It is We Talk Mavs. And we'll catch you guys here again very, very soon.
Peace.
Yes, sir.